Welcome, everybody, to Bullfrog Radio. I'm your color guy. It didn't sound weird. It's just weird saying that.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm Joey Wilcox, and sitting next to me is Chris White. And on another pair of ears out of camera view is our good friend over here, Mr. Zachary Bedford. Hey, you're just chilling out, listening in to us. Tonight, we're on to week 2. 2 games back-to-back at home. I love it. They don't travel anywhere. We faced the Sanger Indians last year. Was definitely a foe that got the better of us last year. But we're looking to do a little bit something different this year.
Yeah, of course, losing their number 1 player last year, I believe like somewhere around 250 rushing yards for Sanger. Their running back was also playing defensive end. Quite a menace, but he's no longer with Sanger this year, so it's going to be interesting for the Bullfrogs on how they adjust. I really like the coaching staff this year for the Bullfrogs. Keith Stiffelmeyer, the defensive safeties coach, but does a great job containing the run. I'm excited to see him tonight and how he approaches playing the Sanger team in this run game. We don't know exactly what to see from the new running back for Sanger, but I can tell you this. They did win 56-7 last week against Benbrook, so definitely not an opponent that, is going to sit on their back of their heels. They're going to try to run this ball down our throats.
Yeah, I think that plays good for the Bullfrogs in a sense that you have another team that won pretty handedly.
Yeah.
So you don't have one team that won pretty handedly and another team that had to really grind it out, and if there was a tight game or lost. Both teams are on level 10 right now, expecting to come out here and do some damage tonight, and it's going to be up to the Bullfrogs to see where they match up against another decent team.
Definitely, and I'm really excited tonight. We're going to see Isaiah Hall finally go up against a team that's going to show him a look. I mean, he played phenomenally last week, made one minor mistake. He threw one interception, but, I mean, he was running the ball well. He was getting the ball out quickly. We saw some big plays from all the weapons, whether it was Session, Pulte. We had Raul Alvarez in the backfield, even Choo-Choo, the sophomore, coming out, making some plays for this Bullfrog offense. So tonight, they're really going to be challenged. But so many different weapons, it's hard for any team to come and prepare for Lake Worth because that ball's moving around. We're spreading the ball around. And tonight, we're going to get a chance to see how this Frog offense is going to attack Sanger's defense.
Yeah, most definitely. The Bullfrogs are they've seen, I feel like after talking with some of the players, they have seen what they need to see in film, and they have went through all the repetitions this week, preparing for what they think they're going to see. Now, every team usually, as they trade film, when they look at everybody, film is available for them to see. Sometimes coaches like to change up a little bit. And what we're going to do is take a quick second, and we're going to talk to Coach Welch. He kind of goes through that with us for their preparation this week. I got in front of me Coach Welch of the Bullfrogs. Coach, how we feeling tonight?
Joey, what a great night. It's exciting. Like last week I told you, it's exciting to be out here with the kids and playing football, and I just praise God for, last week we had our first responders night, and I praise God for those guys and the freedoms they give us, and I praise God for our military people that give us our freedoms as well. So a chance to come out here and enjoy these kids and play football, the game that we love. I'm excited.
I'll tell you what, I think everybody's excited. It's been all the buzz around the last week. You guys really set the tone against Northside last week, but we know at the end of every week, you guys set one tone, you close that tone off, and you get ready for the next week. How's the preparation gone this week so far?
I think our kids have been focused. These kids are, this is our 4th year with these kids. I think about Junior, I think about Pulte and some of those kids. Junior's been a 4-year player for us on varsity, so these kids know us, they know what to expect, and at the same time, they understand that we can't play the North Sides every week. We've got to play good guys, good people, getting ready for our district ball game. So last week was a good. I thought the Castleberry going to the McGregor scrimmage, we got better competition. You went to Northside, which is a real game, so you had real game competition. And now you go from Northside to a team like Sanger. It's just we got to get better and keep improving people we're playing to get ready for our district foes.
Yeah, Coach, last year against Sanger, the Sanger has that returning quarterback, Smart, the coach's son, but last year they had the big running back, Melbourne. We know he's out of the picture now. We know the film looks a little bit different this year than what it did last year. Is there anything out of the ordinary that you guys did to overcome and try to step into something new to get prepared for this week?
You really don't. You try to get yourself better, and you game plan for their defense, you game plan for their offense, try to make corrections, but we do what we do, and you try to get better each week at doing what you do. Some coaches want to go out and change a complete offense or change a complete defense, Well, let's be honest about it. You practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and basically review on Thursday. So you got 3 days to change all that, and you can't do that. So yes, we may tweak a play or two, we may tweak a defense, a coverage, or a blitz or whatever. But overall, your team does what it does. That's what brought you in. That's what we're getting better at. At the same time, you go back and watch our first year's film from us here at Lake Worth as compared to our film now, and we're playing much better. Our linemen are getting better. Our skill guys are getting better because they understand our scheme, and that's the advantage of having a one high school town like we got. So we're ready. We're ready for the next opponent, which is Sanger.
Awesome, Coach. Well, Coach, I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Joey. Appreciate it. Hopefully.
And there it is right there from the mouth of Coach Welch. He says there's not enough time in a preparation week. You know, your first team, maybe somebody like Northside last week, you had a lot of time to try to prepare for if you wanted to try to do some different stuff, kind of crazy stuff. But ultimately, just a couple of tweaks here and there is what you find is useful, what Coach Welch says finds useful. So we're going to see a lot of the Bullfrogs and everything they have to offer. And the thing about it is, for us, they have so much to offer. We can't say it's going to be heavy run, it's going to be heavy pass. Who's going to be the actual target of the night? Last week, Demarion Pulte had a breakout week.
Yep. I mean, what an exciting play, too. Just take you guys back. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we had a little bit of a technical malfunction on that little play they ran, but it was a beautiful play from Lake Worth. We saw Pulte get free on about a 50-yard, I think it was actually longer than that, about a 60-yard touchdown play from Pulte to begin his night. That was actually his second touchdown of the night, but that one was so flashy. That's what comes to mind first. But I'm really excited about this team. Like you said, Joey, we have so many options. We did not even get to really see Isaiah Hall's full capabilities. We didn't need to see it. We had so much time to get the number twos in and let our offensive players that may not see the field as much get some touches, because you never know. Football is a game of depth. Teams that have depth win games. You know, you want to sit here and paint a pretty picture, but the reality is football, guys, sometimes will go down. And the ability to have those depth players come in and step up and give you number one type of reps on that first offense is going to be the difference in a season. And I'm really excited to see guys this season. I mean, we saw it last week. I already mentioned him, Jose Mesa, a.k.a. Choo Choo. That's what you hear us refer to him as. The little sophomore coming in there. He might be a little bit on the shorter side, but he's got those stocky legs, powering at that fullback position. Unbelievable. A brother of Demarion Pulte, who, of course, we just mentioned. And, you know, we haven't even gotten to the Mark Fulkersons of the world. We haven't even gotten to the Raul Alvarez's of the world. There's so many players to get excited about. And, of course, none other than Junior Session as well out there on offense. I'm just really excited to see the direction we go tonight. Are we focusing on one player? Are we going to spread the ball out? And that's the beauty of this Bullfrog offense.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. It's going to be a task for Sanger to figure out who they're going to go after. I mean, it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit hard to gain focus on every position.
Yeah.
I mean, and when you have guys that you have your outside receivers, your slot receivers, your inside receivers, your fullback, your running back, your quarterback that you're going against, everybody's done great things.
Yeah.
Who do you scheme against? And I think for Sanger, it's going to be a huge challenge. Now, we know from the Bullfrogs' perspective, the main scheme there is Rylan Smart, the quarterback.
Yes.
It all starts with him 100%. You know, Bullfrogs, all offense, really starts at the center. But, the quarterbacks are really main key. Isaiah Hall for the Bullfrogs, he steps up and gives a different element than what Caleb Welch gave last year. The element that he brings to the game a little bit is his feet are a little bit quicker. Yep. He's a little bit, quicker to move everywhere, but you can tell by the poise that he has in the pocket, he came up after Caleb and learned that early on. Because a guy that has wheels like Isaiah Hall, I mean, you ask Demarion Pulte, he's got wheels too. He says, you put me at quarterback, everybody better plan on not getting the ball because I'm just going to run it every time.
Yeah, right.
Isaiah has that capability, but he's very patient, very poised in the pocket. And there's a great thing from him pulling down from his predecessor before him. So
that's exactly what you just said. I mean, obviously, Matthew Welch had a little bit of an advantage. Of course, Tracy Welch, his father, being the head coach. So, Caleb's known this offense
At home reps.
Yeah, he's known this offense for, it's pretty fair to say, for a long time. But you have someone like Isaiah Hall, who was his understudy. He was always there at practice. And being such a mobile quarterback, being able to bring the element of passing in the pocket first, and when you're in trouble, get outside the pocket is beautiful. And, I was just thinking in my head here, as I'm going down the list, I didn't even mention guys like Damian Moore and Hornell Klubu as well. I'm just getting excited looking at this roster tonight. I could keep going on the amount of guys, but like you said, it's all going to start with the center. But then ultimately, the quarterback's going to have the ball in his hands. And Isaiah Hall, we're going to be watching him grow this year, his senior year. So it's going to be fun tonight, his first real challenge of the season.
Oh, yeah. Here we sit right now. You're joining the Bullfrog Radio, sponsored by the Eagles Nest, just down Boat Club Road from Lake Worth High School. Great place to go eat and enjoy some wings, enjoy some games. Hey, they have an awesome breakfast as well. Stop by there, Eagles Nest. Here we sit, the Lake Worth, the Bullfrog Band finishes up the school song. 11 minutes and 40 seconds ticking down before we kick this thing off.
Yeah. And, we're just seeing the floats go up as Sanger and Lake Worth are going to be exiting just momentarily from their locker rooms, of course, followed by the coin flip. I'm messing my words up here. The coin flip as well as the national anthem, guys. So hopefully you're sticking around with us. Like Joey said, if you're bored, maybe go hang out at the Eagles Nest, and you can also catch us live on your cell phone now. We're in that day and age. But if not, if you're at home, I hope you guys stick with us tonight. It should be a fun game. It's going to be our first, obviously I love a blowout. I'm a home guy. I'm a biased guy. But tonight is going to be a challenge. It's going to be one to watch, and it's going to be just something – I'm almost want to bite my nails. I'm trying so hard when we're on air tonight. But I'm a little nervous for this one, but I always have trust in my Frogs to go out there. And we haven't even gotten to the defense yet. But, Sanger is nothing to be complacent about. So, like you said, Ryland Smart coming out here tonight, same idea as Tracy Welch and his son Caleb last year. We're going to be able to see something a little bit different this year, hopefully from this Frog defense, and be able to stop the Ryland Smart game. So, I don't know, guys. It's going to be a little fun tonight, a little bit challenging, so I hope you guys stick around, catch us to the end, and hopefully we want to get our secret. We should not have Wi-Fi issues tonight.
Yeah, we should not have Wi-Fi issues tonight. So we're going to take a quick break. Just a second. We're getting ready to get this thing kicked off. So we're going to wet the whistle, get ready to go, and bring the Bullfrogs out here in just about 2 minutes, just about 2 minutes. So I'm going to get up on the camera and get this thing rocking and rolling. All right. Getting ready to get it on. It's right there. I'm super excited. I just always get pumped up because, football is something super, super special to my heart. And then getting here and just being able to call this game and all that stuff, man, it's just awesome to see. Be a lot of fun tonight. Hopefully the Bullfrogs are going to come through with this. See what this looks like. Boy, they are ready. Looks like you got Junior Session is going to hold on to that U.S. flag, and number 30, Raul Alvarez, is going to come out holding that Texas flag as they get ready to bring it out. It's a little windy tonight, so they're going with a small tunnel They're going with the small tunnel tonight instead of the big one because the wind out there. I tell you what, those blow-ups are not recommended for, it's like over 4 miles an hour. And right now, the field goal post tails, like I looked that up, the tails are actually showing pretty heavy. So here they come right now. Helps counterbalance the glare. If those of y'all that are tuning in live on Facebook, yeah, I said this week we were going just on YouTube alone. We are live across both platforms. I want to give a shout out to the Lake Worth IT department for making it happen, making it. They got us an access point here in the press box, so we have some strong internet.
Praise be.
And out comes the Indians. Those gold uniforms are actually pretty slick.
Yeah, I do like them. It's going to be, I love the Bullfrogs, not to mention their new uniforms as well. It's going to be a nice little contrast here tonight.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit easier than what we've seen before.
I kind of like it, though. The Bullfrogs kind of blend in. It's like we got camo on. We're in the pond.
There you go, in the pond.
Army of Frogs. But here we go as both teams make their way to the sideline. As momentarily we'll be having the coin flip as well as the national anthem. But again, it's a beautiful night here in Lake Worth, Texas. Sitting about 95 or so degrees. A little bit warm still, but, you know.
It looks like for the coin toss for the Bullfrogs is going to be led out by the quarterback Isaiah Hall and number 3 wide receiver and defensive back Anthony Moreno. And for the Indians, you're going to see number 88 Dewey Terrault, number 11 Rylan Smart, and number 1 Colby Lewis for the Indians. Going to zoom in there, try to get a little action here. We're paying a little attention. We got all of our air out of us for the pregame, so here we go.
Looks like Lake Worth won the toss. So it looks like Lake Worth will receive, if I'm not mistaken. As now we are going to have the national anthem played by the Lake Worth band as we take a moment here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and throw your hats as the Marching Bullfrog Band plays our national anthem.
And here we go. It's time to get this thing rocking and rolling. It's Friday Night Lights in Lake Worth, Texas, up on the hilltop here. I say up on the hilltop. Those of you who don't know, Lake Worth football field sits on a hilltop, and the way it is facing, the field is facing northwest to southeast a little bit. Sun is back behind us, behind the home press box, back to our back left, our west, kind of, sort of. It's, who knows where the sun's at these days. Anyways, it's a beautiful night for football. The wind's coming in. Where we sit just apart on a hill, and we're surrounded. We have two lakes. We have Marine Creek Lake that is just to our east, and we have Lake Worth Lake that is just to our west. And we are right there in between. So this hilltop, the wind always seems to come off the highway over the Ritchie Brothers, right past the water tower, right here to this field, so it makes for a good breeze tonight. So if you're listening to us right now and you're on your way, hurry up, because it's getting ready to kick off. Right now, we're only about 1 to 2 minutes ahead of time.
There you go. And here we go. The ball is lined up right in the middle of the field as Lake Worth back to receive the opening kickoff. As here comes Sanger, and the kick is up. It's a good kick, about to the 12-yard line. This is going to be returned. And getting some space here, and it could go. Oh my gosh, right off the kickoff. Here we go to the 20, to the 10, and Damian Moore all the way. A 70-plus yard kickoff return, about 85 yards. My God, Joey.
Woo, baby. That's the way you start off a game right there. I tell you what, this is what these kids talk about. They started believing in themselves and believing that they were going to get the blocks they needed to. One of the scariest things to do is to return the ball, because you have to depend on everybody in front of you to do their job. And that right there, Damian Moore read the first two early blocks, and once he was at top speed after about 12 yards, there was no catching him. Everybody ran right by him. The Bullfrogs line up for their PAT now with that awkward double split formation. Now they do their double clutch. The snap's up, the kick is up. Polito is still 100% on the season. Bullfrogs out early. We're
16 seconds.
16 seconds into it. Bullfrogs up 7-0. How you like them apples, baby?
We talk so much about the offense. Maybe we should start talking about that special teams. A great play there. It was about at the 13-yard line there that Damian Moore picked that ball up. And, man, he stayed on that right side of the field and took it all the way to the house. Great job there by the special teams for the Bullfrogs as they'll come out and kick this one off. And this is what I'm excited for. Here's the real test. A new offensive I guess you could say running back, just really, that ran over Lake Worth last year will not be here. So we'll see how Lake Worth can come out and defend Sanger's offense. Of course, led by Smart, but we'll see what they can do.
Well, the thing I think that separates the Bullfrogs of old last year to the Bullfrogs of new this year, there's a certain different grit and a certain different momentum that's there. It's
True.
The kind of stuff that you have there that you can't put a name on, you can't put your thumb on. It's just there's an energy that's there that just makes you know and understand this team's going to go a long way.
You can see it right there in the first play.
Here it goes right here. Play number 2.
Right. Let's
16
see it again.
seconds in.
Let's do it again. Here we go as Polito lines up to kick this one from the left hash. And here he comes. The ball is up. It's a short one to nobody. Will they get there? The Bullfrogs, but they got pushed in the back. No flag on the play. Very close to a recovery from the Lake Worth Bullfrogs. As you can tell, Lake Worth out to play here tonight.
Yes, 100%. Bullfrogs out there. I'm quite surprised why there wasn't a flag there. I had to bring that up to Coach Welch on the show. You have to pardon the camera a second. I'm going to do an adjustment here and go below this window, try to get down below this window a little bit. Try to sit her down here a little bit.
And here come the Lake Worth Bullfrogs on defense as trips out to the right for Sanger. And they're going to go ahead and hand this ball off, trying to find some room. The running back coming through the hole, and that's going to be a first down, a solid first run from number 1 out of Sanger. That is Colby Lewis.
Yeah, so the play there is a little bit busted. He kind of, the hole that he was going to, Bullfrogs did a good job cramming it up, but he kind of bounced it outside, so kudos to the running back. Smart goes up, he's going deep already.
And that was a test for number 23, Cornell Abington, the young sophomore pulled up to varsity about just 3 weeks ago. So taking a shot early on to the single receiver, number 88, and that's going to be Dewey Terrial.
And you're going to see them try to pick on, they're going to see him try to pick on Cornell Abington just because of his size, but don't get it wrong, the kid's great. Little screen out to the right-hand side to number 1. He turns up the edge. Bullfrogs are there, but not before he scored, and not before he gets about 3 or 4 yards on the play.
And so we'll see what Lake Worth does here. I know Joey and I talked prior to the game about the screenplay from Sanger, and they go to it early on here as they still have the trips out to the right. Going no-huddle offense, single receiver out left against Cornell Abington. So we'll see if they target Cornell on the field side, the close side to us, as now a receiver in motion, 2 receivers in motion. This is interesting. I guess they're just changing formation, a shift. And now it looks possibly like a timeout, maybe. I'm not sure. We'll see what the call is here.
The referee on our side, on the near side, called referee timeout.
The clock looked like it was not. They reset the clock. There we go. And now the receiver goes in motion. They're going to fake the handoff, and it goes to the quarterback keeper. And Smart still on his feet. A flag is in the backfield as Smart did pick up the first down, but we'll see what the call is here.
Looks like they're going to call holding on Sanger. So it'll come back. So the Bullfrogs are saved there on that play. A little bit loose with the tackling from that moment, but maybe it's because the holding was there.
Yeah, right. I mean, hey, we deserve a call. You know, I'm just saying that looked like a little bit interesting on that kickoff we had. I saw a little block in the back or something. So I don't know. You know, hey, 3rd down and about 11 as Lake Worth are looking to make a stand here. And it looks like they're going to push 2 safeties back over the top. That's Isaiah Hall and Session on the other side of the field. Double formation. And here comes a play from Sanger. Got some time. Number 88 wide open, but he drops the ball. Throw was a little low. And Lake Worth bailed out by this one as a low throw from Smart. And that's 4th and 11.
4th down, baby. That's what you answer with right there. That is what you answer with. An opening touchdown, and then you get them, and there's 4th down, 3 and out. Bullfrogs hold. Let's see what happens here. It could be a fake punt early on. We don't know what's going to go on early on. We're going to see what happens here.
It's 4th and 11 from their own 30, and it's a high snap. The ball is up. They are going to kick this one away. It's to the right side of the field, and Session going to return this one. He's got a block. Oh, the flag still in his pocket, and there it is. It looked like a little bit of a high block. The hands got a little high there. I don't know. I definitely saw that one, so this one will come back.
Well, I think what everybody's a little bit oversensitive now on those blocks, especially on punt return. Well, there was the flags that did come in.
Yeah, the helmet would look like it turned. Pulte went up high, and it looked like he didn't mean to, but it looked like he might have got a face mask because I saw that the helmet turned just a bit. You know, hey, I'm a homer.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I root for the Bullfrogs, but
well,
hey.
there was that block, and then there was the face mask. The block, some people look at that and didn't know what to think about it, but that block there is, everybody has to understand the new rules. The block, if he sees the front of him, doesn't hit him with his head, uses his hands and pushes a man down, it's legal, but the face mask is not legal.
Yeah, no. All right, well, here we go. Lake Worth going to back up here. So not the best starting position. They would have been around the 37-yard line. But now they're going to walk this one back after the penalty. As now the chain gang is moving on down. As waiting for the referee to get off the ball as the chain's taking their sweet time down there on the opposite side of the field. And now the referee's back up, and here we go. Single receivers out to both sides, and they're going to hand this ball off. And a solid run there by number 24. Believe that is Choo-Choo on the carry. Oh, no, that's Xavier Medrano. My mistake. Xavier Medrano with the carry, gaining about 5 yards on the play. 4 or 5.
That's what I like about the Bullfrogs. What you're seeing a little bit of, not really full 2 platoon, but you're seeing some switch outs there So Madrano came in for that opening, and now Damian Moore is back in at running back.
Two receivers out to the left, and they're going to go with a sweep, a little toss, and he's got some space. Damian Moore trying to get to the outside again, and a flag coming from the far side. We'll see what the call is here, as the Bullfrogs hoping not to have a holding call here.
That's what it is.
But it looks like it is.
Yeah, I couldn't see on that side what who it was on or whatnot. It was a holding call. There was a couple of guys over there. There was junior session, and there was one other player that was over there in that vicinity. So we'll just mark it off and get ready to play it again. The Bullfrogs still second down, but now it looks like we're second and looks like about 14.
And here we go. The Bullfrogs are going to line up. They're at about their own 20-yard line now. Shotgun formation, two backs in the backfield, though. Two out to the far side. They're going to go ahead and pass this on the play action. It's a screen play. That's Brian Neal trying to break free, but a good job by Sanger, able to wrap him up. And that's going to be about a gain of 0, maybe even a loss of 1.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot to sell there. There wasn't a whole lot of selling there on that screen. As soon as it was screened, Sanger kind of fed that and read it. Good thing was that it was caught, and Brian Neal got a touch. You always, some people are like, oh, we'll just throw the ball away. You need a touch. Every time in the game, if it's intended, you need that catch, you need that touch, because there's something to gain off of it every time you do, and not just let a play go run free. But here we go.
Two lined up to the far side. And here comes Lake Worth rolling out to the right. They're trying to go to Fulkerson. An absolute bullet from Isaiah Hall. Going to be intercepted, though, as Fulkerson unable to pick this one up. And trying to break to the outside, or get to the other side of the field, was Sanger. And that was number 17 for Sanger. That's going to be Jonah Ritzel with the interception. Right off Fulkerson's hands and right into Sanger's.
Yeah, it's not like that to happen with Fulkerson. The pass was there. The read was there, although looking at the down yards and marker before they had changed it, it was going to be really, really close.
Yep.
Good throw. Just got to squeeze that catch. It's there. The Bullfrogs now stands another test. They put themselves in another test situation, gave the Indians a great field position. Now they're going to have to stand tall here.
Trips on the near side of the field as the line dumps down. It looks like they're going for the trick play, and right there is number 22. That's Gage McAnally. Not going to get fooled by this one, as a trick play out of Sanger gets stopped here.
Oh, my goodness. That was almost a turnover. Luckily for the Indians, Smart was just enough forward that the ball went forward instead of backwards, because McAnally came in there and swatted that thing down, and it almost was a live ball.
And a run here and getting through the hole and maybe some more. Oh, the ball almost got ripped out, but that's going to be a first down and more, and that's number 1 for the Sanger Indians. It's Colby Lewis with the run. First down.
Colby Lewis, he's being slow and methodical about reading his holes, and he's getting right in there. Bullfrogs got to get a stop.
And here we go. It's a run by the quarterback. That's Smart, getting to the outside. He's got some space. He's going to go out of bounds at about the 7-yard line, as the Bullfrogs are going to face a first and goal here, making a goal line stand. Hopefully not, but we're getting close.
There was a flag on the play, a little mustard on the lettuce. That'll take us back. Bullfrogs get saved by a flag there. Make there enough time for them to make some adjustments so that long play doesn't happen again.
And unfortunately, it looks like that run game from Sanger able to break free a couple times here early on. Hopefully the Bullfrogs are able to adjust, as the coaches are working away, I know they are, to stop this run game from getting through. And here we go. Trips out to the right, single receiver to the left. Hand off to number 1 once again. And McAnally goes for the tackle, unable to get it, and bringing it outside and out of bounds now, just about at the 10 once again. They're going to mark him out at the 11, so it's not going to be first and goal. Just shy of first and goal. And that was Colby Lewis again on the run.
Yeah, so you might as well call it first and goal. To get just enough yards to get another first down is pretty tough in this zone.
And here's a snap, and they're going to lob this one up and take a shot. Cornell Abington on the coverage. And, man, no, it was Damian Moore. My mistake. They took Cornell out of the far side, the near side corner. and just tossing this one up to number 8, Dewey Thoreau. And man, looks like the traditional like Andre Johnson type play. Just line them up, single receiver outside, Randy Moss. Just the nice fade into the back of the end zone, and Sanger will score here.
Yeah, they do have us outsized at that position. It's got to be played different than you normally would. You got to play it really, really tight, and you got to be able to jump with them for sure.
They're going to go for the extra point attempt, and they do a little hesitation as it was a bad snap. Frogs late to get there as this ball's going to go up and good.
Yeah, looking back on that specialties, it's going to be picked up in the post game when they review film. There was enough delay in that you'd expected it a block there. I thought that's what we're about to see was a block and a return for 2 points.
Yeah,
that's the longest 2 points of your life whenever you recover a field goal and you take it back.
Yeah, I was definitely expecting to see. I don't want to say anything yet until I see the film, but, I expect if it takes about 3 seconds to kick a ball, you hope somebody get back there. But Lake Worth looking to get another good return here. Of course, Damian Moore, the opening play of the game tonight, about a 80-some yard touchdown return from him, as he'll line up back on the near side of the field. Pulte going to the far side. Not a bad foot from number 19. Armando Jurado will be kicking for Sanger. And here we go as they line up and the Frogs are getting back. As you saw the Frogs there kind of staying short for just a moment, making sure no onside kick was in the possibilities, as now Sanger will get back to kick, and here it comes. This one's going to be a short one to the right side, and it is going to bounce, and Demarion Pulte is going to try to return this one. Takes a little step, trying to bring it back to the other side. He's got some space. It's a race to the outside. He's trying to turn the corner, and he's flailing, and unfortunately not really even touched. It was good coverage by Sanger, but Demarion Pulte trips himself up and gets out at about the 29, 28-yard line.
Still, that was a great job getting return. You want to start every time from a kickoff or a punt. You want to be on the positive side of the 25, and here we're sitting on the 27. So we're looking good right now. Good place to start. Bullfrogs really had to do something to really push out and try to go down and score this one.
And here we go. So Lake Worth with a single receiver out wide, and the handoff here to believe that's number 6, Demarion Pulte, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was a great job, great run by Pulte. Good strong run by Pulte there. Tried to stiff arm. The defender held on to him, but he still managed to power forward and get a strong, hard-fought 2 yards there. 2nd down and 8 for the Bullfrogs.
And here comes the Frogs with Session out wide along with Fulkerson and Pulte as trips go to the left-hand side, the field side. As Isaiah Hall takes a snap, it's going to Demarion Pulte, a little wide receiver screen action. He's trying to break to the outside. He's got some space and only going to pick up about 5 or so yards, maybe 4. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 5 to go.
Yeah, Bullfrogs, they fight hard there. It was a good play. You're looking to try to get at least 3 or 4 yards there. It looks like we did pick up that. We're on the positive side of the down marker. So 3rd down and a long 4 is what it looks like.
Yep. So here we go. We'll see what the Bullfrogs draw up here. As 2 out to the near side. They're going to go ahead and hand this ball off out of shotgun. And still on his feet. That's going to be very close to the 1st down marker. And I'm telling you right now, it looks like the spot is good enough for 1st down. There's the signal.
Yeah, great forward progress spot by the referee there. You can see in camera if you're watching. Great forward progress spot there as he did plow through the first pile and get to the secondary, and that's what stopped him. They gave him a little back push. They gave him that forward progress, just what the Bullfrogs were looking for.
And here we go. So 1st down and 10 from about the 39-yard line. That's the Bullfrog 39. And here's a handoff to Raul Alvarez. He's going to get stuck at the line of scrimmage and brought down. They may give him 1 here on the play.
Yeah, it looks like that's what they did. They gave him 1. That's why I was giving you a signal.
I know. Hey, I've been getting it. We've been doing this for a year now, trying to pick up on those signals.
I'm not trying to cut you off.
I don't know. You're definitely not. I know the feeling now. It's all good. It's all good, baby. We got
I'm
that
ready-
chemistry.
I'm ready for a breakout scream here in a second.
I know, me too. I'm still on my feet. Joey knows I don't stay on my feet the whole game, but I'm still on my feet since that opening kickoff as they try to pitch this one out, and in the backfield is Sanger, and they're going to go ahead and wrap up on second down. And unfortunate there for the Bullfrogs, as it looked like Damian Moore trying to get out to the outside edge is going to be stopped here. So 3rd and long.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of a mismatch there. Jose Chuchumeza was set to block that defensive end for Sanger. That defensive end has him outsized height, body, weight, the whole 9 yards. Just kind of just plowed through that. So see what the Bullfrogs do here.
Isaiah Hall takes the snap. They give it to Damian Moore. A little trickery here, and it's a double handoff. They throw a flag on the play. Not sure what that is, as Pulte fighting for it. Or is that Moore? That is Damian Moore on the outside as a double pitch on the play, and I'm not sure what the flag is. Block in the back against the Frogs. Was not sure about that one. I did not see it.
That was a play that you'll see once, it seems like every 10 years. It was a sweep, reverse, double reverse, pitch back, pass. I think I got them all in there. I think I got it all in
Close
there.
enough.
And 3 guys touched the ball multiple times.
Yes. And they call the block in the back. I mean, again, got to watch the film on that one. Unfortunate break there. A great play design by Welch, as now it's 3rd down and about 20 yards more to go.
Yeah, Bullfrogs got to dig out of this one. They'll be punting into the wind if they can't pull off something here.
As Isaiah Hall in the backfield takes the snap, he drops back. Receiver's going deep. He's going to take a shot. This is number 5. Fulkerson over his shoulder. He was free, had a step on his defender. That would have been number 20 on defense, Desmond Hubben, and unfortunately unable to connect there with his quarterback, Isaiah Hall.
Yeah, you can't ask Hall to throw a better ball. You can't.
Yeah.
That ball was thrown there. It just so happened to be, it was just a little bit out of Fulkerson's range. I don't even think it was out of his range. I think it was just a small adjustment there at the end that he couldn't get quite just adjusted right. It hit him right at the tips of the fingers. Great try. Let's see what the Bullfrogs do here on this punt to get some better field position.
And Polito takes a snap. It's a great snap there. The ball is up. Punt is not even past the 1st down marker as the ball goes out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. That is going to be good field position for Sanger as the Bullfrogs have a stand to make here.
Yeah, the Bullfrogs really do have a stand to make here. This is a hard point right now, right?
Yeah.
So,
100%.
you know, it wasn't an injury, so, I mean, if I get scolded for saying this, I mean, hopefully I don't. I don't think I will. But then we had a couple players last week that were involved in some personal fouls, got injected. So we have a couple of guys that won't be back until the second half of this game. And so you're missing a little bit there on defense. But right now, the Bullfrogs really need to get past the 50 to not give Sanger such good field position. Smart drops back. He's rolling. He's calling.
Oh, it's an interception! Here we go! That's the sophomore, Cornell Abington. Got some space, and it looks like he was taken down from behind. No flags on the play, and a clean interception by the young sophomore, his first of his varsity career.
That's exactly what you want to have happen when you actually, not a great punt.
Look at him.
Not a great punt, not a good showing on that last offensive drive. Wasn't very great. Tried some trickery there to dig yourself out. You really couldn't. And this is what you have to do to your defense, your offense. They have to play off each other. When one has a bad outing, the other one has to come back and do something to counter that. And just like that, sophomore puts you back where you needed to be at. Great job by that young man.
And here we go. Bullfrog offense back on the field. Pretty similar position as Damian Moore gets the handoff. He's going to get stopped. I just want to take a quick second. Cornell Abington is one of the first players that I got to coach here at Lake Worth from the junior high to make it to the varsity team. He was on my B team in 8th grade. B team, folks, because of his size, and showing you here tonight that size does not matter, making a huge play for the Bullfrogs here tonight.
A big deal. And, you know, the thing about it was this, right? People look at it like, oh, well, you know, whatever it was, you know, he's not a big kid, this, that, and the other. What it takes to make that interception is awareness. It takes football smarts to know where you're at and to be there to be able to cover your guy, and the quarterback has a bad throw, not give up on it and break forward and make the catch.
Here we go. Second down. They're going to hand this ball off to Damian Moore. He cuts it back. He's got some space. A nice gain there, about a gain of 9 yards because they did lose last play. They lost one. So a good run there by Damian Moore.
Looks like it's going to be about 2 yards to go for the Bullfrogs. You're seeing some adjustments, live game adjustments being made. Bullfrogs have ran that same play probably about 6 times already in this first quarter, and you're seeing the adjustments that are being made to see this take place and to gain more yards. It's amazing, this coaching staff, to be able to make those live game adjustments the way they do.
And here we go. Back to the Bullfrogs. They're going to hand this one off, it looks like, to the fullback. I believe that was Choo-Choo. Make a confirmation call. As that is actually, was that number 21? That is?
Yeah, Choo-Choo Meza.
And unfortunately, unable to pick up the first down. It's going to be 4th and about 2 yards to go.
Yeah, the Bullfrogs here. We'll see what's going to happen. We're going to see what happens here and see if they're going to go for it. Because right now, the last stand for the defense gives you confidence for your offense to try to do something.
Here we go. And they jump off sides. And we'll see what the call is here. It was clear-cut off sides. Don't know
he
if there
made
was movement.
contact.
Encroachment.
Let's zoom in on the camera. Yep, encroachment. Good job by the coach. You saw the call. The coaches were looking. Sanger's really eager at this moment because they turned the ball over. So their defense is trying to counteract their offense's bad outing a second ago. So eager. Coach has to watch the call from the sidelines. A quick call there at the end to try to make that jump, and it worked out perfectly. Way to be on top of your game there.
Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Frogs just past midfield as they go bunch to the left. A newer formation for the Frogs, and a bad snap here. Isaiah Hall trying to jump on top of it. We'll see what the call is here. Sanger signaling it is their ball, and it looks like the refs are calling it Sanger's ball.
Oh, man. Hey, but it's just a shot in the foot. Shot in the foot there with that play. It's a momentum thing, right? Momentum's high. Nobody has it just yet. You've had turnovers left and right. Now you have another turnover that's happened here. Bullfrogs have 1 interception. Sanger has 1 interception. Now Sanger has a fumble of a turnover. And so you're seeing it happen right now. Bullfrog defense having to step back up.
And now Sanger running the ball to the outside. They found a little bit of a hole. They're going to get brought down here at about the 45-yard line, a gain of about 6 on the play. And, yeah, again, an unfortunate break. And, man, this game has really been back and forth in terms of not scoring, just yardage and mistakes on both sides. As the final minute here of the first quarter is on our way down, ticking down. And Sanger lining up 2 in the backfield, 2 out to the near side. They're going to hand this one off. That's number 1. That is going out, and he's going to be brought down. That's Colby Lewis once again trying to break it outside. Going to get taken down just short.
Yeah, he's tackled down by number 15 for the Bullfrogs, Diego Valenzuela. Great tackle on the outside. Not much to gain there, but they're going to try to cram this down the throat.
And it's a QB keeper. It's a little bit of a read option. Still on his feet is smart. They're trying to rip the ball out, unable to do so. And that is going to be a first down for Sanger, as players are still trying to pull that one out.
Yeah, Donnie Reese Jr. was just fighting for that one, trying to rip it out of there. Give me the rock.
I didn't hear no whistle. And here we go. So 2 receivers to the near side, 1 out to the far, 2 in the backfield. And he's going to take a shot. That's smart. He's got a man. And good defense there by the Bullfrogs. Sessions on the play with support from Avington. And beautiful play there from the Bullfrogs. Great defense.
Yeah, Bullfrogs right there. Junior Session, one of the things that he's really talking about trying to work on is getting his head around to try to make that interception. I think there he was trying to recover a little bit, was right in place right at the right time.
Here we go. They're going to hand this ball off, and he's got some space. Man, the run is still breaking through, and that's a first down for Colby Lewis.
Yeah, Donnie Reese with the tackle there. Colby Lewis is doing that hop step to the backside and coming off his line block. He's been doing it all night long. The Bullfrogs got to start to pick up on that at some time. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Ooh. It is a tie game. What a game it is here at Kittrell Stadium. I'm trying to keep you guys off this window rail here.
It's
the end of the
man.
first, 7-7. Bullfrogs opened up the game with an 87-yard kickoff return. They came back out, had a good stop on defense, then wasn't able to do anything with it. Interception occurred in there somewhere. Sanger intercepted the ball. Bullfrogs intercepted the ball. Sanger went down and took it about half the length of the field and scored. And then right now, the Sanger has it, and they're trying to get on the march as we get ready to start this second quarter. All tied up at 7 apiece. Game tonight and every night is going to be brought to you by Eagles Nest Bar and Grill. Great place to go. Take the family. Go get some breakfast on the weekend. Go down there, get some wings. Go watch the ball games. They got so many TVs up in there. They got this really cool 185-inch like this TV wall they have in there. It's cool to be with. As the nights cool down and the seasons change, they have this awesome patio out there to go out there and, sit down, order you some wings, and grab you a nice, tall, cold, super cold glass of water, because the water tastes great at Eagles Nest. Go out there and get you something to eat, something to drink, take the family, enjoy the weekend, watch a ball game. Eagles Nest, supporting Lake Worth Bullfrogs.
And here we go. So start of the second quarter, Sanger with great field position on the 25-yard line. A quick wide receiver screen. Interesting throw. They got some space, trying to make a shoelace tackle. Unable to do so, and the Frogs finally getting the tackle as a late flag comes in. We'll see what the call is here. I'm going to be close to a first down regardless. Looks like they're marking him down about 2 yards short. Face mask on the Bullfrogs. Tough break there.
Yeah, that's half the distance to the goal. That's tough.
Got to be disciplined, especially in these big moments. Has been a low-scoring game thus far. And the Bullfrogs now have Sanger knocking on the doorstep at about the 8-yard line. This is first and goal. And they hand it off once again to Colby Lewis. And just, man, coming out of that backfield with speed. He gets into the end zone. And now Sanger leads.
Yeah, the Bullfrogs, it's just exciting to come out and get things started. Right now, they have to find themselves a little bit. Right now, there's a lot of holding up, like they're going to get a strip and try to take the ball back. Right there in that tight situation is not the situation to hold them up. It's the time just to take them to the ground and make them get to fourth down inside that zone. And it didn't happen for the Bullfrogs on that go-round. So the Indians line up for another chance, for another point after, and they do get it. Almost blocked, but 11:44 to go in this first half of play. The Bullfrogs now trail the Indians 7-14.
I know this is me just looking for, I guess, silver linings, but a great effort there by the special teams unit, really exploding through that line. You really hope to see this Frog offense come out with that same type of mentality, firing out through the ball. They had a tough break, a fumble on the snap, turning the ball over about the 50-yard line, gives Sanger a short field, and they capitalized. Their run game has been on point tonight, and the Frogs got to find an answer to that run game.
Yeah, vet number one for Indians, Colby Lewis, he's a guy who's got some good speed. He's quickness. He's got very good vision. He's finding where the hole he's supposed to be at, hopping out of it and making some yards where he needs to. We got a correction. Mom walked all the way up here. Cornell Avington, not Avington, Avington. Avington, we got it right there. So we will stay on top of that. We are not perfect. But thank y'all so much for the mom coming up here and telling us Cornell Avington. That sophomore had a great interception. And here we go. Sanger just did a little pooch kick here. What a pooch kick says in a moment like this, there's two things. One, the wind hits your face, so we're going to let the ball hang up in the air. But two, it says, I think you guys really, your strongest is to return it from deep. And not only that, I think our defense is not going to let you go anywhere. So it's kind of like a slap in the face. Like,
yeah,
we're going to give you some yardage. see what you can do. But Bullfrogs now with the wind at their back, let's see what can happen.
And here we go. So looks like Session and Pulte on the near side of the field. Demarion Pulte, that is. And here's a QB keeper from the read option. That's Isaiah Hall trying to fight through the hole. And he pick up about 5 on the play.
It's a good play. I always get nervous when quarterback keeps like that because, you know, Isaiah Hall's got some good footwork. What you saw there, he just knocked off 5 yards for the Bullfrogs, makes it easier on second down. But I always just get nervous because you're going right in the middle of traffic. It's just one of those things as a quarterback.
And here he comes rolling out. He's got a man. That's Mark Fulkerson. That's good enough for a first down. And there's Mark Fulkerson making the catch and picking up a once a familiar first down. And hopefully we see a little bit more of that. As a great throw there from Isaiah Hall.
And you'll guarantee that you will see that same exact setup again because I saw something I know the coach saw. I know our coaches saw. They saw something that I saw too. Great catch by Mark, but there's more to come out of the development of that player right there, I guarantee you.
And we got bunch formation to the left as Hall fakes the pitch. He's got a man. He's going to take a shot there, and he's got him. And that's going to be ruled a catch. And there's Mark Fulkerson again. A solid pickup of about 5 on the play. Maybe just a little bit shorter, but it looks like it is 5. And here we go. Frogs moving the ball a little bit.
Right now, the Bullfrogs are seeing what's working. And Coach Welch is the kind of guy I'm going to keep hitting. If it's working and I'm clicking 5, don't expect him to stop.
And trips out to the far side. Isaiah takes the snap. It's a QB draw. He's got some space. He breaks free. He's on his feet now down at the 25. A first down and more for the quarterback, Isaiah Hall. Little life.
That's exactly what I'm talking about with Isaiah Hall and a little bit different than he brings as a quarterback. That time he didn't dance, didn't move anything. He faked and ran right down, and he didn't make a move till he got to the second level. He made one move, shook a guy, found another gap, made it all the way back to the safety before they could slow him down. That's the momentum the Bullfrogs got to go with right here.
Trips back out to the right, and that's Brian Neal, the single receiver on the near side. They're going to hand this one off to Damian Moore. He's got a little bit of space and a solid run on first down. A pickup of about 6. So here we go, Frogs.
Good old accordion-style football. People that don't know what I mean by accordion-style football, the name of the game is I run plays, pass plays, and I spread their defense out. They got to cover my receivers. I spread them out enough that I can squeeze a run in and bring them back in like an accordion and just make them play my tune.
There you go.
Make them be my band and play the music I want to hear. Coaches are doing a good job there right now. They keep this momentum going.
Who said athletes are musicians?
Exactly.
Here we go, under the, not end the gun, and a flag on the play, and breaking free is Brian Neal in the end zone, but hold your breath, Bullfrog fans. A flag back near the 20-yard line. We'll see what the call is on the play.
They're calling encroachment on the defense. That's going to be a Bullfrog touchdown.
There we go, Bullfrogs. So there we go, the accordions, the musicians on the field. Bring one in. That's Brian Neal with a carry. And Bullfrogs looking to tie this one up just a kick away.
We're not going to call him Mozart just yet, but the coaches are doing a great job of seeing what the field is giving them, and the players are doing a great job executing. Offensive line being in position every time in that entire drive is what got the drive where it was at. Great job by the offensive line for sure.
A little trickery from the Frogs. Interesting formation. They're going to come back for the extra point, though. Trying to fool Sanger here. They were ready for it. Polito back to kick this one. Good snap. And the ball is up. And once again, it goes through. So Polito's still perfect on the season. Tie game, 14-14, 9-13 left here till halftime, Joey. What an exciting game. Just as Sanger takes the lead, here come the Frogs.
Yes, this is what you want to see. This is part of football that Coach Welch and staff have helped change the culture here. Old culture says jump out ahead of time, and man, we got this one in the bag. And then when you get down by a touchdown, it's game over. Head down. That was 5 years ago. We're in fourth season of Tracy Welch and company, and right here the Bullfrogs said, they said, we goofed up. We allowed them to do that. We got to come back. Offense says, defense, you had us on one. We're going to have you on one. Let's come back and do that. great job by both sides, the offense and defense. Still things a little bit to tweak and correct, but there's 9:13 left to go in the second quarter to see how much live correction is going to take place in this first half of play, and they'll be prepared and ready to go at halftime for any other tweaks that they see coming out. But here we go as they line up for the kickoff. 9:13 to go in the second quarter.
And, yep, here come the Frogs. They're going to kick this one off again. If you guys were watching earlier, pretty close to recovering a pooch kick in the first quarter. We'll see what they go to here as Polito lines up with the ball on the left side. Here he comes to kick it. Kick is up, and it's a deep one, a good one. We'll see if it goes out of bounds, though. Nope, into the end zone. A touchback, a great kick there from Polito. Getting this one deep.
Hey, and we'll take that. You know what that does, you know, maybe there's something there that the coaches see. A couple things. One, when you show film, people are watching this film. There's lots of coaches right now that are tuning into this page right here, or they watch it afterwards because they want to get a leg up on the Bullfrogs. But there are a couple things you can do with that. Give your kicker a little bit of backwind, get a little bit of his leg going, let him show everybody, because there may be a field goal to come, a longer field goal as we get closer to the end of the half. We hope not. We hope they're all extra points. But it shows his leg that he can kick in the end zone, and two, it keeps it away from their guys trying to return it.
And Lewis trying to get to the outside. He will. Isaiah Hall trying to make the tackle. He misses, and he's free. That's Colby Lewis trying to be brought down here. And that was Cornell making the tackle from behind. Avington. Need Mom to come up here and make the correction. I think she is funny.
Avington.
She's looking not at us now, looking over at them. So hopefully that is not us. But here we go. As they go to a wide receiver screen, that's Sanger, that is, as they picked up the first down in the last play, a big one, and it's still on his feet. We'll see where they mark him. He's the referee on the far side is still signaling, keep that clock moving. So no first down here.
And Sanger's trying to make quick work of it here.
Yep, they're moving that ball right down the field. They're not letting the Bullfrogs get set up. As they get set. And another handoff to Lewis, trying to break free to the outside. The outside contained. They need to be careful. But this time, Lewis is brought down. But he does pick up the first down. It was about 2nd and 1. So quite an easy pickup there for Sanger.
Yeah, Bullfrogs looked like they had him, defensive end had him up high and thought that he was just going to go right down. You know, he's really Lewis is fighting through every attempted tackle. So he kind of shook that one off and got that yard.
2 out to the left, 2 out to the right. Now 1 in motion for Sanger. They're going to flick it to him, and he's got some space, trying to break through to the end zone, and somehow on his feet, he gets in. And just like that, a minute later, Sanger back on top.
Yeah, it was just an unfortunate set of events for the Bullfrogs right there. That was just, I don't know, maybe it was the excitement from the previous score. Bullfrog, there's plenty of time. Bullfrogs got to come back and play some offense with them. Go back at them. That's all you can do is get back up on the horse and keep riding. So nothing to worry about here. 8:08 left to go in the second quarter. Sanger takes the lead. Goes for the point after.
And it's a bad snap. They're going to try to run it, so this could be a break for the Frogs. As a bad snap there from Sanger. They're not going to get the extra point, so only a 6-point lead now for Sanger. We'll see if the Bullfrogs can answer here and take back that lead.
Yeah, and you had some young bucks get in there and get after them on that. That right there, special teams come to play the key role in more games than you could imagine.
Yeah, 100%.
That 1 point could be the game.
Yeah.
You'll have to see it. What that means for Sanger is Bullfrogs go down and score here, which is what needs to happen. Bullfrogs need to go down here and score. I'm just give you guys a camera shot there. 8:08, Bullfrogs down 20-14. Bullfrogs need to go down here and score, but more than just score, the Bullfrogs need to take control of the clock, take that momentum, push it forward. What it'll do is for Sanger's offense, if they get a chance back on the field, they have to have a lot more rest. Bullfrogs need to try to control the clock here if they can, control it as long as they can, and then score, go up by 1
Yeah.
before we go into halftime. And that right there will put the ball back in to Sanger's court. They're going to have to score and score a 2-point conversion to catch up.
And we'll see what they can do. I mean, Sanger, look, if they're in the lead, they have a good position. They've been running the ball well. But if Bullfrogs are able to take the lead and they have to pass, it's a good thing for the Frogs. As the ball is almost fumbled there and luckily picked up. It was a kick to the near side towards us on our sideline. And that ball is going to be recovered. And I believe, is that number
15.
15?
Valenzuela.
So Valenzuela getting a pickup, a rare ball touch there for him.
Yeah, linebacker. Give me the ball. I'm going down. I like it, though. He took care of the ball. Sometimes you can be out there and want to be a hero, and then sometimes, I just got to play my part, and he played his part. It's well done.
That's good field position. I mean, 36-yard line. Bullfrogs will take over on the left hash. And here we go. So Bullfrogs coming off a good last drive. We'll see if they can keep up that momentum. They need to here. As 2 out left, 2 out right. And Isaiah Hall rolling out to his right. Doesn't have somebody. He's going to keep this one and try to fight. He's still on his feet and picks up the first down. Isaiah Hall not going down without a fight, and a big run from the quarterback.
Most definitely. That's what you want to see. You want to see a quarterback. He read. Level 1, level 2, level 3 covered. He said, look down. Where's my gap? Keep the ball up so it looks like I'm still going past. Tuck and run and get yards. And he squeezed out 11 out of that. That was a great job, great awareness, and a great check down to your run.
I mean, I'm not totally sure, but that's like at least 6 or 7 straight plays on offense for the Frogs with positive yards. They're going to keep this one again with Isaiah Hall, and they're going to keep that streak alive. A gain of about 6 on the play as Isaiah Hall takes this one past midfield.
Bullfrogs will take momentum. Comes the accordion, tighten it up. Tighten it up. Play the low notes. As you get tight, get a squeeze in. Maybe that's the high notes. I don't know.
So are they like Bach or Chase? Was it? I need my girlfriend up here. She's going to be proud, except she won't be able to hear. We're making musical references here tonight. But
she should know. We should have her on the feed.
Yeah, right? Hey, we got musicians now, not just athletes. All right, trips out to the left. Here come the Frogs rolling out to the left, but not there. Isaiah Hall looks back right, and he tries to make the throw to Brian Neal, but a tough one as Sanger got into the backfield.
Yeah, he got a little excited there. He's going to want to take that one back. When he sees it on film, he's going to say, oh, man, I shouldn't have worried about the guy coming at me. I should have turned, got my shoulders, and just tossed it out there. He tried to do this jump, turn, and square his shoulders, and you never have any power on the ball when you do that. I speak from that because I was the quarterback.
That's like
but
a little.
But at the same time, I was like post high school development.
Yeah.
Like I was much better year or two after I got out of high school than I was when I was a senior. But right now Hall's looking really, really good. We're gonna see what he does here.
Here come the Frogs, and it's a good snap here. Isaiah keeps it once again. He's got some space. The first down and more, and picking up more than 10 yards there is Isaiah Hall with another QB keeper.
Yeah, we're chipping off that clock. Chip, tick, tick. That clock should be running as soon as they set the clock, as soon as they set the ball.
And we'll see. There we go.
I guess.
And there we go. 6:40. Come on. There we go.
Took him a while.
6:40 on the clock. As it's ticking down towards halftime, trips out to the left, single receiver out to the right. Isaiah Hall takes the snap. They hand it to Damian Moore, trying to fight outside, cuts it back, still on his feet, but being dragged down. And finally, the Sanger defense all over that one. And if they gain a yard, if that.
They gave him forward progress there.
Yep.
They gave 1 yard, so it was 2nd down and 9 for the Bullfrogs. Hey, you take what you can get.
Right. If it ain't negative, it's positive, right? So
that's right.
Step towards the end zone. I guess there's 100 yards to go, so 1 yard closer. Well, from here, okay, I'm getting too deep. But here we go. Okay, a bunch formation out to the right. Yeah, guys, I know you're laughing. I love it. And a fake sweep, and they're not going to go for it. They're going to find Mark Fulkerson. A gain of about 4 or 5, and that's going to bring down about 3rd and 5 for the Frogs here. Big 3rd down.
Yeah, so you are seeing a definite, not even a definite, kind of part of a targeting there. Mark Fulkerson's been targeted now about 4 times tonight, 3 catches, 3 for 4 on the night, I believe, thus far. 3 for 4 and roughly probably about 27, 28 yards. So you're seeing a little consistency there.
And a Looks like a twin formation here. 2 out left, 2 out right. Isaiah rolling to the left. He's got a good block. They throw it out to Session. He's got the ball. Going to be close to a first down, depending on the spot. The near side referee right there near that marker, and it looks like they're marking him just short. We'll see. What are they going to bring the chains out here, as they're going to try to spot this one. Close here. They're going to look. I mean, man, this is where the human comes in. And it looks like they're marching back. Is there... Oh, there's a flag on the far side. I apologize. I did miss that. Man, penalty. Big penalty on third down. 3rd down and 9. Replay 3rd down. Man.
Yeah, that's... Well, I guess I may have missed the call there, but it had to have been a holding call.
It's frustrating.
Frustrating. You got to get momentum's got to go. You know, it's 3rd down. So what are the Bullfrogs? Bullfrogs need to get a first here.
You gotta think possibly it's 4 down territory here as Isaiah rolls to the left. He stops, he pops, and he drops one into Fulkerson. Not quite enough for a first down, though, and he's going to be about a yard short. They're going to give him a favorable spot on the far side, at least. We'll see where this ball is marked. I believe it might be near the 26. No, yeah, give him the 26. There we go. 2 yards to go on 4th down. What is Welch going to come up with here?
Oh, he's going to go for it. There's no doubt in my mind. The only thing that Sanger's prepared for the big back formation for the Bullfrogs. The Bullfrogs right here are going to go for a draw right here. I guarantee you, a draw offsides.
And they're going to snap this one. They give it to Brian Neal, close to that first down. Just depends on the spot here, as the line judge on the near side is going to make the call. And both teams pointing in both directions. This call right here is going to be a big one.
They give it to him on the 20. Looks like right at the flag.
Yep, it's at the 24 as both coaches kind of standing right there waiting for the call in the field. Man, and it's frustrating when the ref's got to make that call. Just where they place that ball.
There's the ball. And then we're going to go to where the chains are at. You can't see at this angle.
It's close.
It is like right on.
I mean, are they going to bring out the index card? You ever seen that clip where they put the chains out and they have to put an index card to see if it's...
Well, remember the one in the NFL, they brought out like a folded piece of paper.
Yeah.
It was like the paper was like this. Yeah. He's like, it's touching both sides. And he's like, first down. It's like, really? It was open 6 inches.
Well, here we go. The chains are coming out to the field. And now, of course, it's tough, man. I get it. I get what they're doing, but it's like even with the chains out, you got to know by now.
Let's see here.
It depends where the ref is going to place the flag on both sides. I mean, let's see what they do here.
Move, Pulte.
And that's Matthew Welch right there, not letting us see. And it looks like Matthew's telling us it's a first down. And they are going to give us the first down.
Look at that.
I mean, we're celebrating. It's a big
It
first
is.
down.
I can see it. I got it zoomed in. If you're tuning in at home, you're welcome, even though it's kind of a shaky bit of a camera.
Can't get that look here. We bring you something different on the live broadcast. Wow. Unreal.
There it is.
So...
First down, Bullfrogs.
24-yard line.
Bullfrogs needed that. 4:22 left to go in this first half of play. Critical possession for the Bullfrogs. Take some clock here. But they have to take the momentum more than the clock and get in the end zone.
And here we go. 2 receivers out to the far side. Shotgun for the Frogs. Here's the snap. Rolling out right, Isaiah Hall, he's got a man. That's Mark Fulkerson, puts a move on. He's got the first down, and he's down inside the 10. 1st and 10 for the Bullfrogs.
Yeah, so Sanger, right now, Mark Fulkerson is having his way with the Sanger DB that he is lined up on right now. Right now, he's finding that separation in between. When a defense runs a cover 4, when they run a cover 4 or if they run a cover 2 to that side, the front man's got the shallow, the back man's got the deep. Mark Fulkerson's finding that sweet spot in between, and he's done it multiple times now.
And here we go. Isaiah Hall is looking to get something going here. He's rolling out. He's trying to break free. He's going for the end zone. Let's see what the call is. He might trying to step down. The ref is going to mark him out. That was very close. Man, sometimes I wish we were in the NFL. You know, get the replay camera out here, throw that challenge flag. Man.
Yeah, my camera doesn't focus fast enough. I almost got it. The camera doesn't focus fast enough for it. I almost got it there. It was almost zoomed in right on him. But great effort. That is the poise I talk about a quarterback. Sometimes quarterback just bring the ball down and run it. He still had the ball up, ready to throw it at the moment's notice, and then found a time and squeezed through just enough to stall the defense enough to get those yards. Second down and goal from 3 yards out.
The lone receiver outright, that is Junior Session. And they're going to hand this ball off. That's Raul Alvarez cutting it back, trying to find some space. He's trying to break free. And good defense there from Sanger. They're able to stop him. It's going to be 3rd down and goal from about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, 1.5, 2. We don't call fractions, but,
Yeah.
I mean, we'll call it 2 because it's worse against you, I guess. You don't want to get, say I'm more on the 1.5-inch line and say you got a yard and be like, well, we should have scored.
Marked us at the 2, so here we go. Bullfrogs, pretty much at this point, I would assume, as Tracy Welch, very aggressive with the play calls, will be in 4-down territory. And the Frogs line up again in the same formation, but a timeout is called on the defensive side. So Sanger taking a quick timeout here, as there's 3:01 left in the second quarter. Bullfrogs currently down 20-14 after Sanger missed an extra point on a bad snap, and an interesting situation for the Frogs now.
So how exciting is this so far? 3:01 left to go in this first half of play, and you've seen action all night long. Both defenses right now are struggling just a little bit, and they're allowing these big plays to happen, and it's just, there's these chunk plays that are happening. Right now, the Bullfrogs have found a nice little sweet spot where they're just able to chip away. Not take the biggest plays, but chip away 5 yards here, 7 yards here, 12 yards here, quarterback 6-yard run here and there. Sanger, on the other hand, they've only capitalized on really big plays. And here we go. We're getting ready to go back and see what the Bullfrogs can do here.
And if you guys can see me on the broadcast, this is not typical me. I've been standing this entire game. This is usually Joey's job, as we got 3rd down and goal. They snap the ball. QB sneak. Isaiah Hall. He's in. Touchdown. Bullfrogs. Tie game with 2:57 in the second quarter.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You love to
You love to see it. I got you.
I got it right there. Small little spit at the same time. Getting excited, getting celebrated.
Love it.
You love to see that, because what happens there, right? Those are play calls that come in, that there's some other extra specialty guys that come in for that. They don't get to play every down. They come in just specifically for that, and they did their job, and the Bullfrogs scored there. Now, Bullfrogs here can go up by 1. Polito puts it through.
Here we go. The snap is good. Polito with a chance to take the lead, and he remains perfect. Bullfrogs up 21-20 with 2:57 till halftime.
So we saw a second ago. I love to get excited. I'm a biggest homer that you know.
Yep.
I love to get excited. 2:57 in football terms is a long time when you're not the offense.
Yes.
When you're the offense, 2 minutes and 57 seconds. It's all it is to you. All it is to you is about 170 some odd seconds.
Yep.
And what does that mean to you? That means you break it down, 25-second play clock. 2 downs takes you down inside 2 minutes to the 2-minute mark. 2 more plays. You can go 2 more plays.
Yep.
You can bring that down inside the 1 minute, so you can really control that 30 seconds at a time.
You know what's interesting though, Joey? What's the main offensive play that Sanger runs? They're running the ball. So this doesn't favor a team like Sanger unless we haven't seen something yet out of Smart tonight. But 2:57, they only have 2 timeouts. It's going to be interesting to see how Sanger plays this one. Do they try to hit the home run with a run, or are they trying to get it out there?
I'm going to try to pull the Bromo here. I'm going to say that Sanger's going to come out, and their very first play is going to be a shot on Cornell
Okay.
Avington.
I know.
Avington.
I'm going to go talk to Mom right after this, make sure we get confirmation on the pronunciation. But, want to make sure everybody's happy, and I'm serious about that. If you guys ever want to tell us how to pronounce something correctly.
My last name is Wilcoxon. You know how much times that got messed up in my life?
Yeah.
Here we go.
That's pretty easy. Here we go. A great kick here, right down near the goal line. It's going to bounce on in, and a touchback for Lake Worth. A great kick here from Polito, and no return possible as Sanger will now take over. 2:57, ball on the 25.
You know what I like about that? You know, maybe I read into it a little bit more than most people because I'm around the team so much. But what I take about that is a challenge that Polito kicked it over towards, I would say that without a doubt, their number one offensive weapon, Kobe Lewis, kicked it over him and kicked it right over his head just in the end zone, just to almost like say, I'm not going to let you return this.
It's smart. As now Kobe Lewis will take the ball. He's trying to stretch this one to the outside. Still on his feet and finally taking him down after he gets the first down as Kobe Lewis continues to be the number one threat for this Bullfrog defense.
Yeah, brought down by number 2, Brian Neal. For Brian Neal brought him down there. Great tackle, but they line up in quick form as they're in that 2-minute offense again.
And here we go, number 22 in motion for Sanger. They will hand it off to him with the lead blocker right in front of him, trying to get to the outside. He does, trying to fight for the first down. Not quite enough. Looks like he's going to be stopped at the 50. But if you're Lake Worth, you do not want to let Sanger get in field goal range.
Well, right now, I mean, if Sanger gets into field goal range, I didn't see anything like super special about their kicker in pregame or thus far yet. Right now, you'll be looking at about 7 miles an hour with about 13-mile-an-hour gusts in your face. So we'll see what happens here.
Little misdirection. Smart with the ball. Still has it. Will he try to fight out of bounds? He's going to be brought down. Kind of hard to see from my angle. Like Joey can see on the camera a little bit better than I can.
Right there on the 41-yard line is where we're going to mark them.
All right.
The first down for the Indians. And they're making quick work. The Bullfrogs are in kind of it seems like their defense is playing kind of a prevent a little bit, and they got to really tighten up before they let them march down here.
And there's Kobe Lewis once again with the ball and a big tackle in the backfield for the Frogs. Finally able to stop that run in the backfield. 1:55 on the clock till halftime.
And you had Brian Neal, Exase Bakula, and you had number 22, Gage McAnally, pulling a 3-banger on that one as they took him down. Here we go.
And they're looking like they want to take a shot. There's a flag in the backfield. I'm going to assume there's a holding call because that quarterback, Mr. Smart, was about to get taken down. And they do take him down. Gain of about 1, but we'll see what the call is on the field. Yeah, it looks like it is against Sanger. And it is a holding call on the offense as it looked like Smart was about to get taken down there.
Did you hear that? We actually got the microphones working from the field. I heard the referee
I did too. I know. Wow.
Well, we got good connection. We got the batteries working down there. I mean, we're coming to a real like broadcast here.
I want an earpiece though to hear that referee right in my ear. As there's the snap, and they're going to go for a wide receiver screen. Great defense there, as we got a man back there, and I'm trying to find that number.
Donnie Reese.
There you go.
Number 14 for the Bullfrogs. Great play by that linebacker to get stretch out there and make that tackle.
1:14 on the clock. Sanger looking to take their time a little bit, and this might be a good thing for the Frogs as possibly it's 3rd down and long. They're just trying to keep the ball out of the Frogs' hands at this point. Of course, Sanger does get the ball back at half, trips out to the right. We'll see if we see that shot here. 3rd down and long. Here comes Sanger, a pump fake from Smart. He's looking downfield. He's trying to run, and he's still on his feet, but going out of bounds, and the Frogs make a stand here as it's now 4th down with 49 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, Smart little pump fake. He had a man open. I'm not sure why he didn't throw that. His man that came back on the comeback there was there for that out-of-bounds throw, but he decided to run it anyway. Looks like they're punting the ball here.
That's a great thing for the Frogs as here comes the snap. They kick it, and it's a short kick out of bounds. Not even going to give the Frogs a chance to return this. Out at about, we'll see where they spot it.
30.
That's a great spot for the Frogs. Maybe take a shot here. I don't know.
Wow, the 32.
All right.
He didn't get past the down marker.
Well, Polito might have a chance to go make a name for himself here.
I have to say something here. You know, as they're talking about that, real quick, you know, we're getting excited here as we're finishing up. But the old style punting spirals into the wind so they would go further, that's gone away by the wayside. It's this soccer style kick it where it looks like a piece of like balled up chewing gum, and like I don't know,
difficult to catch.
I don't know, but it doesn't travel into the wind.
Oh, no.
I don't get it. Anyways, I digress.
Maybe he just doesn't know how. I don't know. Here we go. 2 out to the left, 2 out to the right. Bullfrog offense on the field, 44 seconds. Isaiah Hall with the ball. He's got a man coming after him. He's going to try to run. He takes a shot downfield to Pulte. He's tripped up. No flag on the play. It looked like it was a playable ball. Tripped up by the feet, incidental contact, and no flag. Wow.
Yeah, that right there, believe it or not, that call there is all subjective on the referee. It's subjective. Did he see that it was like intentional? Was he in position to see if it was intentional? To me, it looked like it was incidental. It didn't look like it was intentional. So, I mean,
I agree.
Great play. I mean, it was lined out to be the play that you wanted it to be, but.
Here we go. 2 out to the left, 2 out to the right. Isaiah Hall taking an early shot. That's Fulkerson, I believe, on the far side. And Isaiah Hall shoots this one a little bit too far. 3rd down, 32 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, the Bullfrogs here, they're just taking shots down because they know that Polito, can really boot that bad boy down the field. So I think the Bullfrogs are just taking their shots here. And they may actually kneel the ball here, I would think. Maybe?
No,
there's no
take a
timeout.
shot.
They have timeouts.
And Damian Moore breaks through past the 50, 25 seconds, and that's got to be a timeout now for Lake Worth. I know the clock does stop after the 1st down, but they're going to talk about this one. They have a chance. Still 2 more timeouts for Lake Worth.
Yeah, that last call I was making was if Sanger did not have any timeouts, a safe play on that 3rd down is a kneel down to take you down, to get out of the half, not worry about anything happening. What I like about Coach Welch and staff right now with these Bullfrogs is with the Bullfrogs, they have the players have just as much confidence in their coaches as the coaches do in them.
Yes.
So it's not, hey, we're going to play it safe here. It's we got 25 seconds to put another 7 points on the board and go in at halftime ready to game plan this thing for the second half.
Man, I can't tell you, Joe. I don't know what it is, but, man, I am excited. I've been look, I was feeling a little bit under the weather this week. Don't worry, it was none of that stuff. I've been tested. Don't worry about that. But, man, this night tonight has got me back. I'm feeling 100% right now. I'm on my feet the whole entire first half. The Frogs kind of knocking here at midfield with 25 seconds to go. Trips out to the left. Single receiver out wide. That is Brian Neal. Isaiah Hall in the backfield. Takes the snap. Rolls out to the left. He's going to try to take a shot. No, he's not. He's going to get hit in the backfield. His eyes got wide, but unable to make the throw, and that's going to be a timeout for the Frogs.
Yeah, so Sanger did a good job there. They know that if they give him time to set his feet and get up, he's got weapons everywhere. There's just no doubt about it. There's weapons everywhere. And as for Sanger, they go, are we going to worry about covering those weapons, or are we going to take our strength and try to pressure the quarterback to make him make a bad throw or get a sack? And right there, I wouldn't say that was a coverage sack. I don't think it was that. I think that right there was just a movement, good movement, penetration by the defense because the pocket he was flowing with the pocket, and as he was flowing, the pocket continued to move and got smaller around the outside. He never could really square up and really put the pressure behind the ball that he wanted to, and so he took the L on that one right there. But the Bullfrogs right now, 2nd down, 17 seconds to go. Yeah. It's not a super big deal right now as they get a chance to take another shot.
The best thing about that, though, I saw his eyes get big. He looked like wanting to throw that ball, and he didn't. He didn't make the mistake of throwing an interception and possibly giving Sanger a chance here. So good job by Hall, keeping the ball on our side of the field as he is going to take a shot here. He's got a man. It's Sessions, and the throw not going to get there in time, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 14 yards to go with 13 seconds on the clock.
So he took 4 seconds off there, so you can think, what they were trying to do there is they were just trying to get the ball moved a little bit so they could take a shot. Now here they are, 3rd down. 3rd down, you have to take a shot here because 4th down is going to be a punt for sure.
And here we go. 4 receivers out. Isaiah drops back and a false start. on the offense. So moving back 5, not what you want to see there for Lake Worth. Luckily, in the driver's seat, though, still by 1 point, 10 seconds. I think they're going to add a second or two back. We'll see about that here in a moment.
No, looks like Sanger's not going to fight for that. Lots of times if a coach thinks it's beneficial, they'll fight for that. No, they'll normally get it because the play didn't actually start. So.
Yeah, that's a shame. You know, if you're Lake Worth, too, if they get a first down here, you're in field goal territory. Even if you're near the 40, I know it's a 50-yarder. As the play now, Isaiah Hall stepping up in the pocket, got some space, a flag on the field. Here we go. Isaiah Hall, after the race, is just going to go ahead and step out of bounds with 1 on the clock. They let it run. I clearly saw 1 on the clock, just for the record. I looked over. The player stepped out of bounds. I looked back to the right, and the clock ticked down to 0. And that's a chance for a field goal, but, I mean, there was a flag on the play. I will say that.
Yeah, so it can –
taking a look down there.
Yeah.
I mean, I will just say, I can see outside. I look to my right. I clearly saw a 1 on the clock, and they let it run.
So they called it right there.
Interesting.
Which I think is fine. The thing about it is you can end, I believe you can end a quarter on an offensive penalty, but you can't end on a defensive penalty.
Yep.
So there we go. We go into halftime, and into halftime we have the Bullfrogs are up by 1 point. Lots of scoring here in this game, collectively 41 points. I say lots of scoring. That's 3 touchdowns apiece. Sanger really only having to go about half a field on those 3 scores.
Yeah.
Not much more than that. And the Bullfrogs have opening kickoff, 85 yards. Another touchdown they had to go almost 3/4 of the distance of the field on both of their touchdowns.
Yep.
So they know they have a gap and where they can go in and they can actually find a place with Sanger's defense and find that and chip it away. You see there at the end, we got a little bit loose with where we were playing at. We got a little bit loose of where we were playing at in perspective of offensive line. It's going into halftime. Everybody's got a little bit gas, moving a lot really quick. A lot of people don't realize those 2-minute offenses or those quick plays or those rolling out passes. It's a lot of energy to burn there as you're moving out and you're trying to stay with those blocks, trying to keep those holes closed and all that stuff. So there's a lot of things to be seen there at the end. But a lot of things that are promising going into the second half.
And what I'll say there is because we might not have – I mean, you would assume this being in Texas, but I know we have some viewers outside of Texas right now. I believe kickoff was about 93 degrees, feeling like about 99. So not only are they're expending energy. I mean, it's a warm night out here. I'm feeling it in here in the booth tonight. So these players out there rolling out of the pocket, Isaiah Hall playing both sides of the ball. Some of these guys both playing both sides of the ball. Man, it's a tough one out here. And, you might see some cramps, but here's the thing. This Frog team is in shape. I haven't seen one guy have an issue with cramps yet, and that's beautiful. I don't want to curse anything, but, yeah, knock on wood, everybody. But my point is this team is ready to roll. It's a beautiful thing. And being in Lake Worth, Texas, the excitement around this team, having the fans here. After last season, we didn't have the same amount of attendance available, and we got the fans out here, the band's out here. Sanger Band actually out here on the field right now, followed shortly by Lake Worth. But it's been quite a Friday night. I'm excited to be back here in the fall, watching this Frog team in a fight tonight, and it's been beautiful.
The games like this are really fantastic to watch. And it's a great learning tool. Win, lose, or draw. You hope for the winning side. Win, lose, or draw, it's a great learning tool because you're being challenged every down. Nobody's taking a down off. Sanger's not taking a down off. We're not taking a down off. They're having to go at it and have to fight this out tooth and nail. 21-20. I'm very, very interested in the second half of this game. I called it Bullfrogs by 10 before the game started, but I'm interested in seeing it because at some point in time in the second half, there's an ebb and there's a flow.
Yeah.
one team's going to ebb and the other team's going to flow. And they're going to go by the wayside and the other team's going to continue. And somebody's going to have to grab a hold of the momentum and maintain it for 2 possessions. I think of whichever team it may be, praying that it's the Bullfrogs. If they hold the ball for 2 possessions, 2 scores, and can get up by 14 or 15, now they're up by 1 now, they can do that. I think the Bullfrogs have the weapons and the coaches already have the plan in place. They can go toe-to-toe, step for step with Sanger. They've done it all night long. They went up by 7, then tied. They went down by 7. Then they came back up and went up by 1. And so it's a battle back and forth, but the Bullfrogs' offense can go toe-to-toe with Sanger's offense. The defenses here have to really step up and make the difference.
The last thing I'll say about that is we're going to find out right here at the beginning of the second half. Sanger's going to get the ball, and Lake Worth is going to have to make that stand. They've been struggling against the run game. That's no secret. That's not something to be ashamed about. This team is a good running team. They put up 56 points last week. So it's going to be interesting to see what Lake Worth can do here in the second half to stop that run game. And they're going to have a big opportunity to start the second half and make a statement. So I'm excited. If they can make that statement early on, I think Lake Worth is going to start to pull away. But we have yet to see Lake Worth really come up big in those situations.
Yeah, so you're going to be paying attention. Go get you something to drink. I'm getting ready to put the band on here. Sanger Band is performing as we close out our little piece of halftime. We'll come back here right before we kick back up to talk a couple other things that we have going on. We're going to take a quick, wet your whistle type break, get some water, and get back at this thing. But you guys, at home, wherever you're at, you're tuning in, go get you something to drink, get you some popcorn, get you something to eat. Get back. 23 minutes. We'll be back here ready to kick it off for the second half of football. I'm Joey Wilcoxon. This is Chris White, and we will be back at you here shortly in a short 20 minutes. Let's go Bullfrogs.
Let's go Bullfrogs.
In the meantime, I'm going to turn over the field and let you guys enjoy the band. Right now, Sanger is going. I'm going to get my ugly mug off here. Okay. No camera operation through the rest of halftime. Just going to turn on the field mic and let it go.
With the crash of cymbals and the gleam of shining brass, Lake Worth High School is proud to present the Bullfrog Marching Band. Leading the band on the field tonight are drum majors Jodeci Velasquez, Adrian Nunez, and Diana Avila. Performing a portion of their 2021 competition show, A New Beginning, we present the Bullfrog Marching Band.
All right, here we go. We're getting ready to bring it back out. We got less than 10 minutes to go. Less than 10 minutes to go here at halftime. I want to bring up a couple things for you. Last week, we talked about the tennis team, and I do want to bring them up again. I want to go ahead and give a brief overview of what's going on in tennis. Let me bring it up here. Let's see here. Blase. Okay. Bullfrog tennis team. They played Castleberry this past week, or earlier this week. They won 10 matches to 0. So it was a total donut city as the tennis team defeated. The Castleberry Lions. We always like to see that. You like to give Coach Whitener and his team all the kudos for the tennis team. But also, I got an update from the volleyball coach. Let's bring it up here. Where is your message at, Ms. Kelly? I should have had that ready, shouldn't I? Ms. Kelly Culver is the girls volleyball coach, and they've been doing a great job so far this season. And talk about a couple of things. The roster for those girls, we have the libero, which is Kinsley Stewart, number 2. Number 3, Ayales Diaz. Number 4, Allison Allman. Number 5, Elise Patino. Number 7, Miriam Kilbane. Number 8, Brooklyn Rutledge. Number 9, Trinity Scott. Number 10, Ava Rivas. Number 11, Sheridan Jackson. Number 12, Taylor Pinson. Number 14, Skylar Hampton. That's your varsity volleyball players this year. Senior Kinsey Stewart is the libero. She's a standout player and a 4-year captain on varsity, veteran for the team. A newcomer is sophomore Ayales Diaz, outside hitter from Puerto Rico, standout offensive player. They've been working hard this year and increasing their confidence each match, playing challenging pre-district games and tournaments as they get ready for their tough district with Decatur, Crum, Springtown, Argyle, Bridgeport, and Castleberry. Varsity got second place in the silver bracket at the Haltom tournament, which is comprised of 4, 5, and 6A teams. And great job by the ladies there. And I know you guys are seeing film feed there. But also, the girls played on August 31st. They played Eastern Hills. All 3 teams, freshmen, JV, and varsity, swept Eastern Hills. Another mention about another player, Allison Allman. She's been a standout serving aces this year. She's a sophomore, second year on varsity, learning from Kinsley, as she's going to be promoted to the libero when Kinsley graduates this year. Next week, the girls have Alvarado Tuesday at home and Crum Friday at home. So make sure you come out and check those out. They normally start out about 5:30 for the freshmen, and the JV and varsity will follow after that. We also have a 3-sport athlete, Taylor Pinson, that has stepped up as a 6-person rotation player, hitting and setting. It's a lot of good stuff going on with the girls volleyball. There's also another sophomore on the team, Haley Morgan. Don't want to forget to mention her. She's not on the roster yet, but that's a new roster getting ready to come out. And, so the girls volleyball team is looking totally different. Coach Kelly Colvert, it's a lot to coach any sport, and to come in and try to put your turn and bring your coaching brand to a team. It's hard to turn that around, and I'll tell you what, the girls' volleyball program right now is clicking on all cylinders, and it's a good thing to see them. Tonight, they did lose 3-0 to Sanger, but all games were 23-25, 24-25, 23-25. So, they're playing, and it's a great job by the girls. Look forward to seeing what they can do the rest of this year.
Well, I just want to take just one quick second, it won't be too long, to shout out my middle school athletes over at Collins Middle School. Yesterday, the girls Bullfrogs, the Lady Frogs, they went and played Azle at Azle with the 7th grade A team coming out with a win. And the Collins Bullfrogs coming out on their first game on Tuesday, playing Azle. We're really excited for them. High numbers from both the 7th grade and 8th grade, so proud of those athletes. See a lot of you out here tonight. I see a couple of you in the chat actually as well, so thank you guys for tuning in, watching your, I guess, your older brethren, your older frogs coming out here and play, maybe learn a thing or two from them as Lake Worth and Sanger going through their early second half warm-ups. Frogs still in that driver's seat. Only 1 point, but man, 1 point is enough for a lead, right? You know, if it ended right now, that is a W. So barely winning with about 3 minutes and 50 seconds until this second half starts. But the Frogs on top. Sanger will receive, as we will see Polito most likely kick off to start the second half. But Joey, a little battle on our hands.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. I think the Bullfrogs will probably take the wind on this third quarter. I imagine they're going to take the wind on this third quarter.
Hey.
So hopefully that happens. That means the Bullfrogs will have the wind at their back. But here it has also been known to, as you get closer to 10 o'clock, that the wind will at some point in time completely die. It just happens all the time. It's the weirdest thing. Right now, tonight, we're kind of baking up here like toasted cheesers, even though it's a little warm out there. Oof. My watch says that it is 90 degrees, which
at 9 o'clock.
At 9 o'clock, which on the turf, it probably is at that temperature on the turf. At the beginning of the game when it started, and it felt like it was 98 outside, that meant the turf probably felt like it was about 110, 112. So the boys on both teams have played through a lot of heat so far.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a testament to the kids' conditioning here in the second half. It is a warm one. Of course, this is like, you know, we're just getting into the football season, but this is some of the tougher months to play. Obviously, when it gets real cold, a lot tougher to play in that as well. But playing in this heat, you know, you got to make sure you're staying hydrated. A lot of these players playing on both sides of the ball. I know this team is deep, but we do got a couple big players playing in two big positions, including Isaiah Hall manning the free safety position as well as quarterback, making sure, you know, he's feeling all right as Joey taking that big sip of a cold water like you can find at Eagles Nest. He makes that call a lot better than I do. But the Frogs lining up to go under the Frog, and look at that, we got the mascot out, the big one this time as they come. The Frogs are coming out here to begin the second half. As I guess the wind isn't enough. You said 4 miles an hour. I guess they're taking a little risk out here tonight. But
you should have just saw them put it up. I didn't put that on film.
And thank you, Kathy. Giving a shout out to the LW band. Did an amazing job tonight, as they always do. As you guys can hopefully hear them in the background. And, you know, always nice to see them out here supporting the football team as we support them as well. As Sanger now playing that horn, letting everybody know they're coming on out too, I guess. Got to let us know.
That's like so like late 90s. Like
I know. Don't hate on us Sanger fans, but it's just a little like, you know, come look at us, everybody. We get it. We get it. We get it.
Well, my thing is this. I know what it's like running a booster club, running all that different stuff, and there's somebody that's responsible for that horn. And I guarantee you that horn got old probably about into the second season. It's like, who can I pass this down to? But, you know, there's a couple of schools out there that still use the train horn.
Hey, it catches your attention, I guess you could say.
It does. It does. And it's semi-deaf at the time as well.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see. We'll see.
That's why I got my headset on, I guess, to minimize that effect. But it looks like Sanger already ready to return this one. They're already ready, kind of back on the field.
So the Bullfrogs didn't get an elect to tide the field they wanted to take. So it's Sanger's going to actually have the wind in their face, and the Bullfrogs will have the wind in their face in the fourth quarter. Sanger's taking the wind at the beginning of this third. Bullfrogs lead 21-20 as we get ready to start this second half of football.
All right. Again, from that left hash, Polito dropping back. And the second half is just about to be underway. 21-20, the Frogs lead this one going into the into the second half. And here's the kick. It's another good one from Polito, getting a little something extra as they're going to take this one out of the end zone and try to break free to the 10-15. And still on his feet, almost brought down at the 25. So actually a good decision there from number 1, once again, none other than Colby Lewis. Bring this one out.
Yeah, Bullfrogs had an opportunity there to break down and get that tackle, and it just did not happen. Yeah,
I apologize. That wasn't the smoothest there, but trying to make sure, guys, I forgot. I like to keep the chat open so I can see you guys and hopefully answer any questions as we're watching this game as the handoff goes to Lewis once again. And the Bullfrog defense was back there. A second effort by Lewis, but the Frogs once again able to make the stop. Only a gain of about 3 on the play.
Yeah, great job. Lewis is just, that kid right there is just going crazy, running the ball really good. The Bullfrogs almost let him score it out of there, but they held him up on this one.
And here we go, another handoff to Lewis. He's trying to bounce outside. The Frogs unable to get there. A flag on the field. And he got the first down. That's Colby Lewis once again getting the first down, but brought down at about the 41-yard line. We'll see what the flag is.
There we go. It's a hold on the offense. You know, right there. I had it zoomed in for you. You could hear it from the referee himself from the field. It's nice.
Big shout out to everybody here on YouTube. I'm checking the YouTube feed tonight. 123 people out here watching us. A much appreciated viewership tonight. Love seeing those big numbers as the attendance here tonight. Also at Kittrell Stadium, unbelievable as Friday Night Lights well underway in week 2 for the Frogs. The snap here for Sanger, and it's a keeper for the quarterback as Smart takes this one just about back to the line of scrimmage, original line of scrimmage. And it's going to bring up third down.
Yeah, so the Bullfrogs here doing a good job so far. Third down and long for the Indians. We're going to see what they can do here. Bullfrogs going to stop here. This is critical because that means that Sanger's either going to have to go for it or punt into the wind. And we know earlier it wasn't very successful for them to punt into the wind.
Yeah, and so big third down to start the second half. Dropping back in shotgun. Smart has time. He pump fakes a couple of times. He's going to run. The Frogs trying to get outside, and he's got enough for the first down. He steps out at about the 41-yard line and unable to contain Smart was the Bullfrog defense.
Yeah, that's just one of those things. It should have been a coverage sack there, but there was nobody that pursued the quarterback in a way to get him down. It was more of kind of a prevent, and then he squirted out of there. He's not a super fast kid, but he's not slow either, so you always got to give weight to his legs. Lewis out to the left-hand side, and he barrels forward for a couple of yards on that edge. Knocked out of bounds by number 67 for the Bullfrogs, Aiden Torres and Donnie Reese Jr. on that tackle.
And a twin offense, 2 receivers out to both sides as Lewis takes the ball once again right up the middle, still on his feet, fighting close to that first down marker. Going to be marked down at the 50-yard line, just short.
Yeah, so what the Indians are doing here, so you see this is a good plan. They're going to pound away at the Bullfrogs defense and just try to chip away yards after yards after yards, take away time, go down and punch one in to try to exhaust the defense a little bit.
And a QB keeper for Smart, and he's got some space, and he breaks through to the second level, and a gain of about 15 almost on the play into Bullfrog territory.
Yeah, right now they're really moving the ball on the Bullfrogs, but there's a flag on the play.
Bring it back.
Play's good for the Bullfrogs. Going to bring it back and run that down again.
And something to note there, it was third down. So this is a big penalty against Sanger. I believe it was third down. At least that's what the marker and the scoreboard showing me. As they're going to push this one back. So third down and 10 to go. Frogs get a second life here.
Yep.
And here we go. Smart throws it the screen, and the ball is loose. It was dropped. That's an incomplete pass, and 4th down and 10. The Frogs are able to hold Sanger to a stop. Love it.
And that ball is intended for number 50, Jairus Jones for Sanger, and they are lining up to punt.
Snap is good. Ball is up. It's a low roller. And they're not going to play this. That's Isaiah Hall that was back to return it. And they're going to let this one roll down just about to the 25-yard line. Almost like it was a touchback. A favorable roll here for Sanger.
Really favorable. Ugliest punt.
Yeah.
You wouldn't name that one your child at all. It was an ugly one.
Too
but
slow.
you know what? It's all about, the punt is no longer about pretty, long, and far. It's about, can I get a most effective punt?
Yeah.
And that was a low one. Tell everybody to get out of the way, and it hits the ground and just took a roll.
Yeah.
So he did his job. I can't complain with that.
It's smart.
I may make fun of it a little bit, but you really can't complain with that. Put him on the 25.
Yeah, the Frogs couldn't make a touch on it. Otherwise, they were going to get hit and possibly fumble. Here we go. Trips out to the left, and it's a QB keeper on the read option from Isaiah Hall. Still on his feet and picking up the first down. The ball was loose at the end of the play. I believe the whistle is going to mark him down. And that looks like the call on the play is standing true. And first down, Frogs.
Yeah, Bullfrogs there. You know, you get nervous seeing that. One thing, how loose was the ball there at the end? But Bullfrogs continuing to use that against Sanger. What everybody didn't realize, and I didn't push out a big thing about it after that punt, kind of poking that a little bit. Bullfrogs got that first stop we were talking about we needed to start the half with.
Here we go. Oh, and a throw, not turning around. And there we go, a new face on the field for the Bullfrogs. That is going to be Craig Williams now, as we talked about that earlier, number 16, coming back out to wide receiver.
Oh, my goodness, just miscommunication there. If the communication would have been the way of the receiver, he was gone. Nobody there, nobody back there. If Isaiah hadn't made his mind up to throw the comeback, Craig Williams was gone.
Real quick, the score is 21-20. Had somebody asking, as the QB keeper, Isaiah Hall trying to break it outside, got some space, and he fights for the first down. Another great run for Isaiah Hall. The Tracys, Tracy Rain, Tracy Welch, coming up with the offensive play calls, and great calls here as another first down for the Frogs, right at the 50.
Play that accordion. Play that accordion. Get them in there tight. They're going to have to come in and stop Hall. Same way the Bullfrog defense has to stop Lewis. They're going to have to stop Hall because he's got weapons. He got 3 of his major weapons on the top side right now. See what happens.
Hall drops back. Quick throw. He tries to find Craig Williams. Good defense there underneath was number 7 for Sanger, and that is Jake Wellman making the play.
Yeah, and looking on that, Isaiah Hall, there's lots of plays that you draw up that you're expecting. You're putting the defense in the right position to where you can almost have a pre-snap call. Right there, Isaiah Hall thought he had pre-snap, and he almost did with a little bit quicker flick of the ball.
And here we go. Trips out to the right. Isaiah Hall gets the snap. He's going to hand it off to Damian Moore, and he's hit in the backfield, unable to break free, and that's going to be a 3rd down and long.
Right there was just a misassignment on the blocking scheme for the Bullfrogs, and now they're in a situation, 3rd down and long. They got to make a move here to try to get a first down. And Isaiah's going to need a little bit of help here. Looks like Sanger's bringing the house.
And it looks like we got a timeout for the Bullfrogs. They went bunch formation to the right. Single wide receiver out wide was Craig Williams. It looks like the Frogs did not like the look they saw on the field. They're going to go ahead and call a timeout with 7:34 left in the 3rd quarter. 21-20, Bullfrogs lead.
Yeah, so right there, and just making that call there for a second of what the situation was. 3rd down. The defense knows you have to pass the ball, or you might try to run the ball, just try to get a couple yards, get it past the 50, so you can punt and pin them down. But the thing about this is, most teams line up and they throw a pass on 3rd down when it's 3rd and long, but the defense has 2 options. Confidence in your DBs, cover the pass, and your linebackers are able to cover the quarterback and not let him squirt out. Or 2, apply as much pressure like they did at the end of the first half, to the quarterback, and you could tell by the defensive end's body posture, he was standing up ready to blitz. And so we're going to see if that's what they're getting ready to do here. If you watch that defensive end on both sides, you'll watch that body posture as he's standing up on the top side.
Looks like they're in man coverage here. As they try to go to the backside, a little screen action there. And unable to get it there. That's now going to bring up 4th down. So they try to fake it to the trip side, look back to the right, get that screen play. But once again, Sanger able to tip that screen attempt.
And that, I mean, I'm not calling myself Brother Romo or nothing, but I just called that one. The top side of the defensive line was pressed out on a blitz. 3 guys in his face from his right side, where he was throwing the screen at. It's a tough screen to throw for anyone without really trying to floating it up in the air.
A little miscommunication. There's Polito back to punt this one. It's a good kick, a high kick. It's going to bounce at about the 20, and Craig taking a little tip there. They're going to spot that back where he first touched it. You can't do that.
But still good. It's inside. It's inside the 20-yard. Well, he saw it start to bounce the wrong way and take a
I like
Sanger
that,
bounce. So he touched it, and right there, that's good field position. Would have hoped it would have been pinned a little bit deeper, but inside the 20-yard line, you can't complain with that at all. Great job by Polito by putting it up in the air, not giving them the opportunity to return it.
And here we go, the Bullfrog defense on the field, able to force Sanger's hand in the first drive of the second half as they come out in trips formation once again. They go to hand this ball off to none other than Lewis. He's got some space. He's breaking free, and it looks like he is going to make it all the way unless he's tracked down. And Lewis with another touchdown on the night. And Sanger back in the lead.
Yeah, there's not much to say on that other than, you got to cover your guys. You know you read this. You know you saw this in film. They go for 2-point conversion. Oh, almost intercepted by Junior Session. They try to go for the sneak in the 2-point conversion. Junior Session had it in his hands.
It's a 5-point game now.
Had it in his hands and almost had a chance to take it to the house, and he dropped it. But nonetheless, he blocked it down. What that does big for the Bullfrogs.
Just a score.
That means that if they score and get an extra point, they will then go up outside of field goal range. So the Bullfrogs have to answer here with a touchdown. They need to answer with a touchdown against the Indians, because if they do, that'll make it 28-26. And therefore, it's a field goal or a score for Sanger that they have to do, which they'll get the win at the end of their back in the fourth quarter. So you know that's going to happen. If they come into field goal position, that's what they did to themselves. If they're down by 3 points, they get the win, all that good stuff. But it puts Bullfrogs in a really good spot right now to score. And the Bullfrogs, they've been known to do a 2-point conversion or two.
Yeah, and, I really like this, too, because it gives you a cushion. You don't need to go for an extra point. You can miss an extra point. Something goes wrong. You're still going to take the lead in this situation. And with that 7:02 mark, we still got plenty of time to go in this football game as both teams are ready for this kickoff. We'll see if they go short once again, and they do the pooch kick. They're going to let this go to the second, third level, and they're going to go try to return this and getting out of bounds. A good call there. A little bit of a late hit, but not too late, as Donnie Reese takes this out of bounds.
Yeah, Donnie Reese, another linebacker, getting a chance to receive a kick there. And that was, for me, anytime a pooch kick touches the ground, kind of just makes you bite your nails a little bit.
Oh, always. And here we go as the Frogs come out on offense once again. Trying to make something happen. Definitely need it. And 2 out to the far side, a single receiver Session on the near side. And they're going to hand this off to Damian Moore, finding some space, trying to fight through. Bounces off a couple guys, and a gain of about 6 on the play. Not too bad.
Not bad at all, as number 88 for the Indians, playing that defensive end, Dewey Terrault. He was trying to read Damian, stand his blocker up and read Damian and still get there for the tackle. And Damian's, his front end speed is so quick, they couldn't see. Terrault just couldn't get there for him. It's a great game.
And there's a flag on the play.
They're going to say the Bullfrogs broke the huddle with too many men on the field.
And you can't do that.
Actually, they didn't. They did.
They did. That's tough. That's tough. As the Bullfrogs now face, they were going to face a 2nd and 4. We're going to move that back to a 2nd and 9. So a big second down here. They're going to go to that twin formation, 2 out wide to both sides. Shotgun formation. Damian Moore in the backfield along with Isaiah Hall. They're going to hand this one off, and it is to Damian Moore, and he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. Still fights through, picks up a couple of positive yards, but a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, it's a great job. Damian Moore, sometimes you have to face it as a running back. Sometimes you got to face a guy that either didn't get blocked or made it to the hole before you did. And he faced that big lineman and still managed to squeeze out some yards there. And good run still.
So again with that twin formation, a big 3rd down here as the Frogs down by 5:55 on the clock. Damian Moore in the backfield, and Isaiah Hall lasers one out. He's got a man. That's Mark Fulkerson for the 1st down across the 50 and more. A great play from Isaiah Hall.
Mark Fulkerson has always been a clutch time receiver, and tonight has shown every catch that he has, it seems like, is a clutch moment for the Bullfrogs, and the Bullfrogs definitely need that. So great job to the offensive line giving Isaiah Hall the time to throw in a position to be able to move to that pass. Great throw and catch right there.
And here we go. So the Frogs going to line up with Junior Session by himself out wide, single coverage. And they're going to go to the handoff, and a fake. It's a reverse, and that's Pulte's got some space. Great blocks on the outside, but Junior and Pulte, he's got the ball. No, he dropped it, did he? What's the call on the field? They're going to go ahead and rule it. No call just yet. And they're going to keep it with the Bullfrogs. A big break there for Pulte as he lost that one after a huge gain.
I almost threw up on that one.
Woo! Oh, man.
It's got my nerves a wreck. Why? This is the 2nd game of the football season. I'm going to have to go get my therapist. I want to go, what's wrong, Joey? I just get
football season's back.
Yeah, football season.
What's wrong?
You got something for football season. No, that was a great play right there. The thing about it is that you're seeing from Sanger defensive backs is you are seeing them all collapse to the ball, and that's why it's dangerous for anybody carrying downfield because everybody's going to hit you and try to strip the ball.
Here we go. Isaiah Hall drops back. He's got some time. He's firing it out to Session once again. He's got a broken tackle. He's down the sideline to the 10. He cuts it back, and as he cuts back, he trips himself up and down to the 10-yard line. A big play from Junior Session.
Oh, man, I tell you what. Junior is not going to live that one down.
Oh, man.
That boy right there has been wanting to get a touch like that and wanted to make a move there to get inside. I think that he could have taken it to the house, but it's just getting it, underneath your feet. Great job, great play. The Bullfrogs are on a roll.
Trips out to the right. Isaiah Hall drops back. He rolls out. He's going to throw this one a little bit high. Luckily, nobody on the other side of the ball caught that one. But big shout out, a quick shout out to Victor Vance tuning in. Appreciate you viewing. And yep, you're right. Nothing like Friday Night Lights.
Man, yeah, that last play right there, Demarion Pulte had the ball in his hands. That's a receiver's responsibility to catch that ball. It was a perfect throw. Should have been a catch and into the end zone, an opportunity to score there. We just missed on that incomplete pass. Almost turned into an interception. Thank goodness it didn't. Here we go.
2nd and goal. Isaiah Hall with a quarterback keeper. A flag on the play, but he's in the end zone. We're waiting on the call. There is a flag back near the line of scrimmage by the line judge.
Encroachment on the defense. They're calling it on 88 every single time. A touchdown. Bullfrog is good. Yes, sir. They're calling that offsides on 88. He's standing straight up and trying to get an edge on that end. He's gotten that encroachment on crucial touchdown plays for the Bullfrogs twice now.
Seeing some love for Isaiah in the chat. A big-time play from Hall. Of course, Junior Session with a big-time play as well. Wanted to get the end zone, slipped up just a little bit too short. But the Frogs able to finish the job as Polito lines up to kick this one. And they fake it! And they got him in! Touchdown, 2-point conversion! Nice play call there from Tracy Welch and Tracy Raines as the Bullfrogs now go up by 3 points.
So what that is right there, what that is right there for the Bullfrogs, that right there is a, hey, you're going to try this, and you think that you're going to be able to score, you maybe have a saving field goal try sometime. Well, you know what? We're going to make it to where if you kick a field goal, it's still a tie anyway. So do this. The Bullfrogs needed that. Unfortunately, they needed to stop. That first stop they had to start off the second half was what they needed, but they needed to capitalize on offense. Unfortunately, they didn't do that. Sanger ended up coming back and getting a touchdown. It went back and forth for 2 possessions. Then Sanger scored. Now the Bullfrogs scored. The Bullfrogs take the lead. Sanger, their last score, they tried a 2-point conversion, was broke up by Junior Session. This last big play that got us close to the end zone, Junior Session got a play there. So Junior seems to be coming more into play. Mark Folkeson still coming in critical at big moments in time, and Demarion Pulte coming out with that reverse. And then right along with all that, Isaiah Hall just playing Houdini in the backfield and kind of coming down and making his way through the line. Bullfrogs getting ready to kick it off. 4:36 left to go. This second half, again, is brought to you by Eagles Nest.
There you go. And Polito lining up on the left hash. Quick shout-out to my dad, shouting out to watching from Milton, Georgia. Big shout-out to him tuning in. I appreciate the love as a big-time kick to the goal line. It's muffed as the Frogs try to get down there. Session able to make the tackle at the 15-yard line, so a big mistake there by Sanger as they're going to have some pretty poor position here.
Yeah, what's great about that is, we talk about it. I talk about it every time as we come back after a kickoff. Every time, if you can keep them inside the 25, the special teams team has done their job and then some. We don't ever want to let them start outside the 25. It used to be the 20 back in the day, but now it's the 25. So we got them on the 15-yard line. So here we are sitting with a 10-yard positive to where we want them to be at. And now if we can get a body on Lewis and on Smart, we might be able to get something going here and just kind of get it going. Flag comes in. It's going to be a delay of game.
Pretty close.
Delay of game. I see him making the call.
Joey, I think you might be able to be a head coach someday, If you just stop the 2 best players. I know. That's the
if you just stop them from scoring, this is
it.
how you win the game.
Guys, we just got to score more points than the other team,
Yeah,
It's really a simple game.
Yeah.
It's really a simple game, right?
Yeah, 1 + 1 is 2, right?
Hey, but the Bullfrogs here have been playing some great second half football and first half as well. So they're going to run the ball, a little counter action. A good play in the backfield. Still holding on. Big time play. 1 man to beat. And that's going to be about a gain of nothing. That's a great play.
New ball carrier on the field. And off he goes. So 1 carry and done, it looks like. Number 22 was the ball carrier, Stephen Bush for Sanger. And
I think that was Klubu that might have brought him down, number 8.
Yeah, I think it was Klubu in the game. Klubu and
Craig Williams.
Craig Williams both in the game this second half. Love to see it. You're starting to see a difference here. Right now, what this tells me by them giving the ball to Bush right now, 2 things. How tired is Lewis, and are they trying to rest? Are they trying to rest him and keep it within range for the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
He's had the workload tonight. Lewis has had the workload for Sanger. There has been not much of anything else other than Lewis and Smart the entire game, which to really talk about it, last year it was Smart and Melbourne that was all they had last year. You've seen a couple little passes here and there from him, but here we go, getting ready to get back into it.
All right. And the handoff now back to none other than Lewis, and he's trying to cut it back, and the Frogs are there. Another play in the backfield by the Bullfrogs, as now that'll bring up 3rd down and about a mile.
Man, I don't know if everybody saw what I just saw on the field. Those of y'all that are watching, I don't have to say listening anymore because we don't do a radio, we don't do just a plain radio station anymore. Everything's visual. But here we go.
And dropping back, trying to find some room is Smart. There's a hold, it looks like, in the backfield. They flick it up. He had Lewis wide open, close to that 1st down marker, but we'll see what the call is anyway. I'm assuming it's a holding call, but incomplete pass, looking to maybe decline. It is a hold. And so with about a mile to go, 4th and about a mile, the punt team comes out for Sanger. So a big deal not completing that pass, is now there's no option but to punt it from near their own goal line.
Yes, this is the moment the Bullfrogs have needed, because into the wind, where you take the wind at your face as a smart move for 4th quarter, if you end up in situations like this, it can play against you because the ball's not going to go very far here.
And here we go. They're going to punt it out towards the middle. It's going to bounce. And trying to play this one is Session. He's going to try to cut it, and he's messing around. He's tiptoeing, and finally gets a little bit of room. But great field possession for the Bullfrogs. They're going to take over. We'll see where the spot is, and they don't say he stepped out of bounds, so it's going to be near the 30-yard line. Great field position.
Great field position, great awareness there. I know, y'all know, Junior is my younger brother, and I know I hear it all the time about, you know, his punt return. He wants so bad to be that guy and be able to return that punt. That play right there was, to me, in my mind, was unselfish to the fact that he didn't try to do too much. He knew there was nothing there. Go forward, try to get some yards. He squeezed out a couple more. Bullfrogs in great position.
And here we go, the handoff to number 7. That's Damian Moore fighting through the hole, getting some positive yards. And a great run there. And, yeah, for you guys tuning in, we are a Lake Worth broadcast, so, yeah, we are going to shout out our own players a little bit more than Sanger. I apologize for that, but if you want to watch the Sanger feed, go ahead and do that.
I don't apologize for that. I am unapologetic when it comes to that. We call out their players just as much as our own, but nonetheless, we wear the green and white.
And yeah, we do.
That's what it's about. No offense to you, but all offense. Here we go.
Pass out. Pulte! One-handed, try to grab that one down. And, man, a big-time opportunity for Demarion Pulte. A decent throw there from the quarterback, Isaiah Hall, just out of reach.
What happened on that play on the pass, and sorry on the feed on that, where it's kind of going on a little tooting a little horn there about what we call. But anyways, that last pass, Isaiah Hall put that thing on a rope and ripped it out there just a little bit outside the reach of Pulte. If he would have laid out, maybe he might could have called it, but no gain after that. But it was a great try.
And here we go. Damian Moore with the ball, trying to fight through the hole. Go close to that 1st down marker. And by the way, appreciate the support coming out of the chat. Appreciate you guys, especially Chris Mullen, Kaylee Welch, and a couple of other you guys that show up every single week to support us. Much respect to you guys for tuning in, as this is going to be real close to that 1st down marker. We'll see what the call is on the field. And it looks like they might get a measurement here.
Let's see where they got it at. Let's see where the ball's at. Craig, move out the way, please. Thank you. Thanks for listening.
And that's another 1st down for the Bullfrogs.
Oh, big 1st down. Big 1st down as the Bullfrogs control right now. 2:26 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Bullfrogs lead 29-26. This is a measuring stick of a game right here. Bullfrogs toeing the line as they have had the turnovers they needed and had the scores they needed to be where they're sitting at. Just need to separate just a little bit more. Here we go.
Little different formation for the Frogs here as Isaiah Hall fakes it, and he's going to throw out to Sessions. A little bit of a screen, trying to fight through and trying to break through about 4 guys. Only picking up a couple was Junior Session on the play.
Yeah, just right now the Bullfrogs are setting up a little something here. I can see it. Some people can. You watch this football game long enough, they're coming to a side they don't normally come to a lot. and it's called a setup. You know, normally you see a setup. If you watch football long enough, you watch coaches, and you can't really – it's all a guessing game because you're not in their head, but at the same time, you're kind of looking at what they're doing and seeing who is open and what they're doing right now. I see a mismatch on the field right now. See what happens.
Hall looking to run this one, and Sanger sniffing that one out. That's number 64. That's going to go ahead and be Hayden.
That we see a little something here towards a mismatch on the field as we have some other players that are in playing right now.
All right, so a big 3rd down and 10 yards. Twin set, 2 receivers out to both sides of the field. Isaiah Hall awaiting the snap. The pressure is coming, and a good throw there is Pulte! Touchdown, Bullfrog! Big time play. The pressure was coming. Isaiah Hall gets the ball out quickly, and it's Demarion Pulte for 6.
Woo! Wait! Well, I tell you what, it took a little while for them hands to get warmed up. He missed on a couple of other earlier opportunities, but he capitalized on that one right there. That's his 4th receiving touchdown of the season in just the first 2 games. The kid's already out to a breakout season. And so right there, the Bullfrogs go and press this up by, we need Polito to kick this in and put us up by 10.
Here we go. And a guy jumps off sides. They don't snap the ball in time, so no flag. Ball is up. And remaining perfect on the season is Polito, and the Frogs lead by 10. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. There's my 10. Now I want 10 more.
Hey.
I want 10 more.
But didn't you call it by 10?
I called it by 10, but I like losing if it's by 10 more than that. Right now, the last possession, what I saw the last possession of Sanger, what you're going to have to watch out for is you're going to watch out for Lewis. Real reason why I say watch out for Lewis, because I think the Bullfrogs have done what they needed to really wear the tank down. Don't mark me on that just yet. Let's see as we get into their next offensive possession, as the Bullfrogs still have the wind at their back for one more defensive possession. If they can stop Sanger once again within this 1 minute 19 seconds and get the ball behind their back for a couple of plays or another possession, they could go ahead and score again. But this next possession, offensive possession for Sanger, is going to be critical to see what is the tank empty.
Yeah, right. I mean, hey, here we go. We got 1 minute 19 of the 3rd quarter. Still a lot of time to be played, but the Bullfrogs getting a little bit of momentum here as Polito looking to round out this great game from him. A great game from a kicker tonight as he powers this one back. Another absolute powerhouse kick from Abraham Polito as he puts this one in the back of the end zone. Touchback.
Great job. I mean, Polito is rounded out to be a really great kicker. You know, kid came in not as a football kicker, soccer player. Coach Welch has been known to go over to soccer and try to pull some guys from soccer to get out here and kick. Great job. Bullfrogs put them in standard field position. They're going to start off at the 25-yard line. Now here, let's see. Minute 19 seconds left to go before we're in the 4th. But right now, I think the gut check's coming right now. Who can finish out the 3rd and who's got enough gas in the tank for the 4th? As I told you, right now they split out Lewis. He's not carrying the ball out of the backfield.
And it's a QB draw and a great play by the Frogs, even still fighting forward just a bit, though. They sniffed this one out, unfortunately still falling forward. A gain of about 4 or 5.
Yeah, so they're really pushing the limits of smart. And now here they go. They're going to pull in the backfield. Lewis, say 99% of the time, he's getting the ball coming back this way with a cut back to the left.
And he does carry the ball, trying to cut it back, but he does look a little bit slower. Flag in the backfield, got to be holding, and he just does not look like he's got much left.
Yeah, it looks like the tank is empty, and that's what we're hoping for. We're hoping for all of those early mornings, for all you parents that brought your kids, your football player, through the summertime, early in the morning when you wanted to sleep in and you had to take them there, to myself, taking 2 or 3 kids, picking them up, bringing them to practice, making sure they get that going. Right now, this is where the tank, you find out how much they actually did, because this is where it's a gut check. There was a flag on the play.
It's coming off.
Yep. There's a flag on the play, and the Bullfrog and the Sanger, it's against Sanger. And here we go.
And
A
he's trying
handoff.
to break through, but wow, what a big-time play. I heard
Or
Dante Reese.
number 4, Kyle Watts, was on the ball carry
There you go.
on that last one.
I was just like, I was proud because I heard the confirmation from the PA announcers, the in-house. You have the cheat code. You got like the zoom in from the camera as the clock is ticking down.
You see, is it frozen on yours?
It's not frozen on our YouTube feed, but we are down. No, it just froze. You are right. I just reached into the freeze. It's kind of skipping around. We're checking the feeds, guys, to make sure. Don't have a technical issue, of course. Wouldn't be Bullfrog Radio without one little minor scare for us. Scare. I said scare.
We're there. I mean, we're good. We're good. It was just a little hiccup, and I was like, what is it?
By the way, end of the third quarter, guys. So end of the third quarter, Bullfrogs lead 36-26. We're going into the fourth. 12 minutes on the clock. Bullfrogs in the driver's seat, looking to take this one home.
Yeah, they're looking to. There's been a lot of scoring so far. 62 points overall in this game have been scored. So you know both offenses are lethal. The difference I think that we're seeing right now, the Bullfrogs still have to step up. That number 4, Watts, that just stepped in for Sanger, that was a good run. Good run. Looked like it ended up in a penalty, though.
So we'll see here.
It looked like it ended up in a penalty. That's why it's 3rd down and 10 for Sanger. It looked like it was a penalty. There was a penalty there, but he had a little juice in his tank. But Lewis is out of the game right now. Number 4 is in subbing. See, the Bullfrogs can really get on number 4 here, as he's going to be full of juice because he hadn't gotten any touches all game other than the last one.
They got a little bit of stack formation out to the near side, and they're going to go back smart, looking to take a shot here. He's got a man wide open, and just going ahead and dropping this one is number 15, Chandler Boland, the junior for Sanger. Wide open. Wide open.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. This is my one thing. I'll speak up for receivers and, backs and everybody else. These guys, these receivers' hands right now are ice cold. There's not been a whole lot of throwing, not a lot of passing, not been a lot of targeting in this entire game for those receiver core. So you can't, he was wide open, but you can't expect him to do major things.
And a high snap.
Oh,
and a bad kick. It was tipped. And just let this one roll. I mean, you got plenty of time. It's almost a smart move to let this one roll, play with the field.
Yeah.
As this one's going to be down at about the 41-yard line, but with plenty of clock left, maybe this is a benefit to the Frogs. Take some time to march down this field, take as much time off the clock as the Frogs in the driver's seat. 11:42 left to play in this one.
11:42 left to play in, that last possession showed me, I believe, I'll wait for one more from Sanger if they get a chance. The Bullfrogs don't just keep ripping it away from them. Give them one more chance to show me something, but that tank may be empty. Bullfrogs got to show that they still got a number of weapons that are ready to go.
And look, Isaiah Hall trying to get out. He fumbles the ball, picks it back up. Just got to try to get as much yards back as he could. Woo, man. Oh, man. This game's not over.
They say that right there is carrying like a loaf of bread. I know he didn't mean to, but he's young. He's still, I'll say young quarterback, young in the starting sense of starting games. He's only started a few games in his in his varsity career. He did start a couple at the end of the last season as well, but he was ready to throw the ball. He was looking downfield, and he kind of just got a little loose with it.
And here we go, Isaiah Hall dropping back, looking to make a throw here to Session, and that one's just going to get a little bit out of reach. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 20 yards.
Yeah, it was a good route, just a little bit off on the throw in between there. And not only that, it was a good breakup by the defender. Got to give him credit where credit's due. The defender on the outside made the little contact right as the ball was coming in. So even if the ball was in a little bit better catchable position, it might have still had a chance of getting broke up. Number 4, their running back, Watts, is also playing that cornerback on that side as well.
I ain't going to lie to you, Joey. I feel pretty good, but I'm also still a little bit nervous.
Always.
As the Frogs on 3rd and about a mile. Here we go. They're going to go for a screen to Neal. Neal going down the sideline, still trying to fight. He breaks free! Oh my God! To the 30, 20, 10, touchdown! Brian Neal, third in about a mile, and Brian Neal tiptoeing down the line for a touchdown,
There's a flag on the play.
Oh no! Joey, don't do it to me.
Oh my gosh.
I need to take a breath. This is why I got these Twizzlers up here.
Brian Neal is what a lot of people don't see. A guy like that, when you get out in open field, he reminds you of a Des Bryant. The way his body stature, he's the same size as Des Bryant. His body stature, and then when he gets out there and gets wide open, I mean, you saw he took 3 steps and was past the secondary and was gone.
Wow.
And
man.
bringing that back on film tomorrow, he's going to be yelling at somebody.
All right. Let's do that again. Okay. Third down and about let's see here. So we're going from about almost the 20 to the 50. So third down and about 30. Bit of a situation. Not too many play calls you got for this one. As here we go. Isaiah Hall dropping back. He's in trouble. He steps up in the pocket. Another flag on the field. He's got a man. It's Craig Williams. Another first down and more. The problem is another flag on the field. Would not be surprised if it's third down and 40 now.
Where's the flag? Oh, my. Was it holding? Again, it's got to be.
Come on.
Bad play.
Unbelievable. And you can see the frustration.
Look, this is the thing that you can see. Okay, so a second ago, it was third down and 30, and we got like 50. So now it's going to be third down.
Back-to-back plays.
Now it's going to be third down and 40. We need to get 50 again to get the first down. The thing that you're seeing that's different now about Sanger's defense is this, is they don't have all the same guys, and they're being gassed. They don't have all the same guys, and they're being able to apply the pressure to Isaiah, so he's getting a chance to throw the ball down the field.
Lyrically speaking here, guys, I mean, multiple 30-yard plays in a row is kind of hard to pull off, but...
Well, I mean, that last one right there was another 20.
I know.
15,
well, no, that's what I'm saying.
15 to 20. But that's the thing right there. Moreno was one little small hurdle away on that one of breaking it again.
Yep.
He had hurdled one, and kind of came over one guy and really couldn't stay over the next guy. But Moreno, they got him in the cycle. I love seeing that kid run. He runs with a different...
And then, oh my gosh. Another flag on the field.
Offsides? Offside? False start.
False start. Back him up again. Unfortunate. It's like the whistles are out here to play all of a sudden in the fourth quarter. I don't know what to say. But hopefully Polito is going to test that foot right here. And a little bit of respect, as that's number 1 Lewis back in the game for Sanger. Are they going to, what are they waving this on off? I'm so confused. They waved it off. Okay, interesting call, but Lewis still back at the 50. As Polito's going to kick this one from about the 6 or 7 yard line. A bad snap, but he gets it up. A good kick.
Punt.
Let's see where the bounce is. It's going to roll past the 50. So a great punt here from Polito. Another great night from the kicker, Abraham Polito. All right.
That's a great job right there. Polito, thank you, Polito, for using a spiral punt the way it sits down in the wind, and it hit and it rolled forward. I mean, it's a bullfrog. I expect that, you know. So, great job there. Even though you still give Sanger decent field position, Lewis is back in the game. Lewis is back in the game, so you have to see what they're going to do. You know what they're going to do. It's either Lewis or it's Smart. One or the other. There's no difference when they're in the game.
And here we go. And it's a QB keeper. They fake it. Craig Williams stops him. He trips on himself, but I guess Craig's sight was enough to drop Mr. Smart to the ground.
You know, Craig has that effect on people, you know.
Yeah, I know. And here he goes. He just stops him. He sets that outside edge, forces the ball back inside. And here we go. So second down and about 10 yards to go. And they're going to hand this one off to Lewis. The line's getting out there. He's trying to cut it back. The Frogs trying to get there. He's still on his feet. A gain of about 6 already in the pile, trying to push him, but they're going to stop him. We'll see what they mark him. Gain of about 6 or 7.
Yeah, they were really generous with that.
Yeah.
Really, really generous. So, Bullfrogs right here. The defense has to step up. Still, Lewis is not running at the caliber he was running earlier. Here goes.
An option play, it looks like. Oh, and a truck from Smart, still on his feet. And finally out of bounds. Just to kind of update, a late call, late flag. And just letting everyone know, about 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 10-point ball game, and Sanger coming down the field. We'll see what the call is. I'm assuming a late hit. Late hit out of bounds on the Bullfrogs. That's a mental mistake right there.
Those mental mistakes, those right there are the ones that have an opportunity to come hunch.
All right, here we go. Trips to the left. They hand this ball off and trying to fight through that line. Not able to really get anywhere, though. Still a gain of about 4, though. It doesn't look like much, but, man, this Sanger team, they do run the ball well. And trips out to the left. Second down at about 5. And they fake it, and Smart keeps the ball. He's trying to fight. It's kind of hard to see from this side of the field. They're going to mark him down. They give him close to that first down. He's about at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, the referee on that side just called it, said first down.
And they're just going to try to do a quick snap. And the ball's loose! The ball's loose! And Lakeworth looks to recover it, and they do! Lakeworth ball! 8:30! 8:30 on the clock! Lakeworth recovers it right on the 2-yard line!
OMG, my brother. Isaiah Hall, if he has not already done a ton already on the night, comes through as a safety. Bullfrogs punch it in there and get the ball out. Isaiah Hall is there quick. The ball just went out there. Nobody knew it was gone. Yep. Nobody knew it was gone for about a second and a half, and the Bullfrogs got it. Now here's the opportunity for a breakout long run, set a school record.
Yeah. How's that quick snap looking for you guys? All right, Sanger, you know,
yeah.
Hey, a little bit of risky. You had 3 receivers standing wide to the left, not doing anything. Ball pops out. Nobody there to recover.
This comes into mental conditioning and physical conditioning all coming at the same time in the fourth quarter.
Here we go. Lakeworth looking to run this ball. They're just going to try to push it forward, and Hall somehow gets through. A big gain, getting himself off the goal line. A gain of about 5 on a big play there.
I want to give the credit there, though. Hall was the one carrying the ball. I got to give the credit there to the offensive line really pushing forward, creating just a wall for him to run behind. That is a big push on first down from the 2. You pushed out 5 to 6 yards. Now you got a little room to breathe. Probably going to push it one more time, get the first down. Now you got room to get your mechanics going, get everything rolling out.
Great game from the Frog O-line tonight as they go right back to it, trying to get another push. They're going to gain close to a first down by the looks of the spotters and the linemen. They are going to signal for a first down, so look at that run play. They're just going to do a QB sneak for 5 yards. What an offense. I love it.
Don't be surprised if you don't see another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. When I was here many moons ago, 21 years worth of moons to be exact, that was a mentality of Whitmire that was here, was if we run a play and we get 12 yards, we'll run the same play. When we get 9 yards, we'll run the same play. When we get 7 yards, keep running it because we keep getting first downs and see what happens.
They're going to go ahead and throw it. Isaiah Hall looks back. He's got a man. It's Session with the ball down to the 40. A big-time play, a play action. They're saying no catch. Oh, come on. What a play by Session. And we'll see what the call is on the field. I believe they are going to say it's a catch. Sanger's entire bench was saying no call. It looked pretty clear to me that that was a catch. No ifs, ands, or buts. I'll have to go look maybe back in the film. But a big play there for the Frogs as Session, a great catch. A gain of about 30 yards.
Yeah, he's got this he's got this turf burn. He's got this turf burn on his leg that is just wearing him out at the time. He's like, yeah, you guys, You got to realize turf is great until you get those burns. And when you get those burns, that's like skidding across the street.
Yep.
So
they're like razor blades cutting into your side.
goodness, my goodness. And so, he's getting that taken care of right now. And then Bullfrog's getting ready to continue carrying forward.
And the depth is still there for the Frogs as they continue this offensive onslaught here in the second half. Hall drops back. He's rolling out to his left. He's going to try to run after he's looking for somebody, and he gets taken out, about a loss of 3 to 4 on the play, but does not lose the football.
That's one of those things there. That's a little bit more of the seasoning as you see as it goes. He knows knowing when you're outside the tackle box, you can throw that ball away. He was moving. He was wanting one of his receivers to take off because there was nobody deep. There was 2 receivers there. He was looking for somebody to throw it to and to get down the field. Instead of getting rid of it, he tried to do a little bit much with it, but it's okay. Still learning things that you have to do, and see what they're going to do right here.
Trips out right. Isaiah Hall just taking this one himself. He breaks through to the second level, and he's close to that first down. We'll see where the spot is, as it looks like the near sideline judge is giving him the first down, and they are going to move those chains. First down, Bullfrogs, 6 minutes.
Great job right there by the play call, the read, the offensive line, the whole 9 yards there. Good execution on knowing that you got them spread out, that accordion's out, playing the high notes, and you're going to go right down the middle, right down the baritone, and take it to them.
Here we go. A handoff here to Damian Moore. Fighting through the middle, and he's got some space, another first down. And I just want to give a quick update. If you guys are just tuning into this game, we got a nice number of 135 in the stream right now. There is 5 minutes and 55 seconds left in the fourth. Bullfrogs lead 36-26.
Yes, Bullfrogs are doing. Let's say they're doing a number. What's going on right now is you're seeing the dividends pay off of kids that buy into a program, that come out through all the heat, that come up every morning and get in out here and really pay attention, are really locked in. You're seeing the dividends pay off right here, and the Bullfrogs just got to keep with it.
And here we go, a snap and a handoff this time again to Moore. And he's trying to fight through. A nice solid gain there as the Frogs just looking to run the ball, keep that clock moving. And here we go. That's funny. I got Mark Fulkerson in the chat saying, "What's up, Joey?" But it's funny because Mark Fulkerson's on the field, so I guess somebody else on his.
No, it's his dad.
Yeah, there you go.
His dad is Mark. He's a junior.
Okay.
He's a junior too. We got like 3 or 4 juniors on the team. We just only call it junior session, but it's Mark Fulkerson Jr. It's Donnie Reese Jr. There's lots of juniors on the team, but only one that goes by junior.
Oh, there you go. Well, hey, thanks for the heads up there. That is Xavier Medrano. And he's going to go ahead and take that close to a first down. Looks like they are moving those chains. So first down for the Bullfrogs.
Great job. Xavier Medrano, that kid right there is one to watch, up-and-coming kid that is explosive and really has a keen eye for that position, and he plays that running back spot. Real good job. I haven't seen him get any negative yards whatsoever this season. So, I mean, positive yards every time you touch it is always a good thing, no matter how small or how big. He has 1 turnover on the season. Just got a little crazy with it last game, but other than that, he's developing out to be a great back.
And a handoff again to Medrano. Fighting those feet, keep moving. A flag here in the backfield. We'll see what the call is there, because that's I personally didn't see anything. Another holding call. The refs seem to be having a quick flag here in the second half.
Yeah, and so to give everybody a little touch on holding calls, right, because these calls are called inside the tackle box right now. So the only time that a holding call does not get called inside the tackle box normally is if the play is around the outside or it's a passing play, because the tackle box, those real tight shoulder pad holds that you see that players are taught, and you see them like, oh, that's holding all the time. Inside the chest, no extension with the arms, never ever gets called. They're seeing extension of the arms down there. That's the reason why they keep making those calls. Good calls by the ref, but Bullfrogs just got to hide a little bit better.
All right, here we go. Trips out left. Hall just letting that clock tick on down. Nothing rush here. Hands it off again to Medrano, just fighting, moving those feet, and trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage. He picks up a solid amount, trying to get in that back. Still not back to that line, though.
Bullfrogs, you know, they're having to dig back into it. 2nd down and 15 to go from the Indian 30-yard line. So we saw Bullfrogs break out 3-4 times a while ago for 20+ yards. So this isn't a lot for them to get to the yard to gain. We're going to see here. Hopefully the Bullfrogs can break through and get them another 1st down here, and just chip away at it.
And here's the snap. Medrano again gets the rock. He spins around, and a gain of about 4 on the play. Just trying to fight.
I love it when Medrano runs the ball. It's because he has this nice little spin move that he does, but also when he gets done, he puts the ball down, hops back up, and ready back in the huddle. He's ready to go again. He's full of just vibrant energy and just ready to go. Right now, he's got all the energy in the world as he's gotten a few carries early on in the game, but now he's that back that comes in that shows the depth of this football team.
And trips out to the left, single receiver out wide. That is Craig Williams. No rush on the snap. Down to 2-1, and they call a timeout here as they let that clock go all the way down. And as the Frogs just letting this clock tick on down, 2:19 on the clock in the 4th quarter. Frogs lead by 10.
Yeah, Bullfrogs right now have really everybody says it's 10 points. There's 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Sanger still has 3 timeouts. What can be done with that? Well, we saw the last 2, almost 3 possessions by Sanger. Lewis and Smart have done a fantastic job on the night trying to carry the weight of their team. It just so happens to be when you carry that weight for so long, I mean, you get tired.
Yeah, I mean, they've been great the whole game, but now we're in the 4th quarter, and what's happening? I mean.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing that, and there's 2 minutes and 19 seconds left to go, so I always say that a football game is not over until it's over. But there will be a certain point we get underneath this 2 minutes that I think that we can say that it's safe. Maybe, possibly, I won't say it. I still won't say it.
Look, here's the situation. 2:19, okay? You got the ball. 3rd down, it is 3rd down, but you got the ball at their 26-ish yard line, okay? 2:19 left to play. It's a 2-score game. This is a great position to be in. And they line out in twins formation. Hall takes the snap. He drops back. Good protection here. He takes a shot. He's got Pulte, and that's how you say goodbye. A big touchdown.
I'm looking on the field.
It is a
yes,
touchdown.
Sir.
Pulte
Touchdown.
pulling away. He wants to end this night a little bit early and put this game out of reach as they add another 6, and high fives all around in the press box.
Hey, baby, right there. That's what you're talking about. Touchdown number 5 of the season. If you're tuning in and you're watching this and you're a scout for somebody, young man right there to look for, he finds a positiveness. Took his hands a little bit to get warmed up tonight, but once they did, he found the opportunity, and he's taking advantage of a couple of them. Great throw and catch right there. Great timing by the line, giving them time to be able to throw that pass. Great job by the Bullfrogs. This is all but over right now as the Bullfrogs now, they take a 3-score lead over Sanger right now. This is huge.
So look at that. I mean, we've been talking about all game, okay? We come into the 2nd half. We do see Sanger score, but that's all we're going to see. They score 1 time. They put up 6 points. That's it.
That just goes to show you the depth of the Bullfrogs right now. The 21-22 season, the depth is something different that you haven't seen in Lake Worth in a lot of time. The thing about it, too, is the roster numbers aren't outrageous.
Yeah.
The roster numbers aren't outrageous, but the thing about it is you're not even full 2 platooning at all, which I think, I've talked this over with Coach Welch, and I've talked this over with some of the other coaches. I think some of your key players for Lake Worth, it's kind of part of that, what they thrive off of. Every player has their the thing that they thrive off of, and some of these players that play both ways thrive off of being able to be an impact on both sides of the ball, and on kickoff, and on kick return, and on punt, and on punt return. They want to be a part of everything, and I love it that the kids around here are bred that way, and it's paying off for the Bullfrogs right now. They're not slowing down.
To answer a quick question in the chat, were they in trips? No, they were. I believe they were in a twin set, 2 out to the left, 2 out to the right. And a nice pass there as a fair catch called for Sanger, right near the 35-yard line. As 2:09 left on the clock, but quite a mountain to climb. You could call it Everest right now. It's near impossible. With 2:09 left to play, the Bullfrogs lead 43-26, and just time to tick away for the Bullfrogs to begin their season here in 2021-22 season 2-0.
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if right here, if you didn't see some of the number 2s for Sanger come out at the end of this, because at the end of the day, you're only as good as your number 2s because they got to be able to step up. But it looks like they're keeping Lewis and Smart in there.
They drop back, and they're going to take a shot. And this one, a little miscommunication as number 88 for Sanger, that is Terrio, just tries to break inside. Quarterback, Mr. Smart, thought he was breaking outside, and, well, doesn't go too well when not on the same page.
That pass was almost telepathic in the fact that he dropped back and looked to the left and threw to the left. If you were to throw that ball any more inside, Junior Session or Demarion Pulte would probably have intercepted it.
And Neal trying to get there, Smart trying to get outside the pocket. He is going to get outside, and he's continuing down the sideline, and that's a crack block as Session was hit, but that's an illegal hit, so nice gain there, but that's going to go ahead and be taken right back.
Yeah, that was a block there. I don't know if I caught it on camera or not. And a lot of people say, oh, man, you know, that ain't football anymore. That ain't anything. A crack block or an illegal block or defenseless player, that play right there, that is anybody trying to block back towards where the play is coming from. You can no longer go and lower a shoulder and block somebody in that form, especially if they can't see you. Junior Session at the time was a defensive player. Eyes were on the runner. He got blocked. He got, luckily, what I can say and respect the fact from Sanger, he didn't completely, just demolish him.
No.
20 years ago when I played, you would have tucked your helmet down, you'd have buried it in his chin, and you'd have tried to put him out the game because that's what you were.
Yep.
That's what your big hit plays is what you were taught to do. And luckily for that, so I give the player from Sanger the kudos on that he didn't actually do that. He
He tried to block him.
He had every opportunity to do
Yep.
that, but you know it is what it is.
He made contact. He didn't try to kill him. As number 11, Smart drops back. The Bullfrog defense trying to get all over them. Smart going to run on this play. He's got some space. He does have the first down, and he's just going to keep going as the Frogs finally take him down. And so a gain of about almost 30 on the play, and that's going to keep the chains moving here. 1:24 on the clock.
Yeah, I'm thinking at some point in time you're about to see a spy come out for the Bullfrogs that is going to look like he's in coverage. He's going to come down and take the quarterback by himself.
Yeah, he's just going to shadow that quarterback anywhere he goes because Smart getting a couple breaks. And there's the ball outside, and a good play there. That's not going to be what Sanger needs. 5-yard pass.
Yeah, and that play right there, Craig Williams didn't get his head around as fast as he wanted to. He could have had an opportunity to jump that ball, but they haven't thrown the ball all game, and so everybody gets a little bit lax the way they're running it.
And there's a low throw. It looks like, are they going to mark it complete? We'll see what the call is. They're going to talk about this one. And no. They're going to say incomplete pass and bring it back.
Yeah, in Coach Welch, I can already see it right now. There's probably going to be a little bit talk, or not Coach Welch, Coach McAnally, talk about what's going on with the defensive ends right now. You can watch and you can make the assessment for yourself, but I see that there should be some more flags that coming in.
And a nice hit there. Wow, great hit. As out of bounds goes Sanger. A complete pass. It'll be first and goal. Is that Fulkerson out on defense?
Yeah, Fulkerson on defense. Number 15 that missed that ball earlier, Chandler Bolin, caught that for a reception for them this time.
And so, yes, Sanger marching down the field. 39 seconds left to play. A little bit too late here as Smart drops back, a little screen play, and that's going absolutely nowhere as the clock continues to tick, and they're blowing the clock dead here.
Yeah, the timeout called by Sanger. What Sanger's going to try to do here, This is right here is a number of things that you do. You save face. You really put your kids right now that they know they lost, but you teach them to keep driving and try to get one more score in here. They're going to try their hardest to score right here, so you can count that Smart and Lewis are going to be involved with it for sure. Lewis maybe not so much. Smart might be trying to do it on his own. They're going to try to score one more touchdown here to make the score not look as bad as what it is. And not only that, it's kind of save face with your players, your team, that you don't just like lay down. And I respect that. I respect that from the Sanger's coach side, because any team right now could just lay down or put twos in and let it run out, because he knows right now Coach Welch isn't going to go down and try to score again.
No.
He's good. Coach Welch is going to take control of the ball, and they're going to kneel down. The game's going to be over. Let's get out of here. Let's go celebrate and go eat some Waffle House. And so
you know the vibes.
Yeah, know the vibes. Or go to Eagle's Nest, depending on if you want that tall glass of water.
All right, here we go. Smart steps up in the pocket, still on his feet, and going to be brought down here. Maybe a gain of a couple, but that's close to all she wrote, and they're going to call another timeout here. So 22 seconds on the clock, and Sanger going to take one final shot after this.
Yeah, and so this is, going on to that whole instance of talk about saving face and doing those things and really pushing your kids to play through the final buzzer. This is it. If you're losing and you're a coach and you don't use all your timeouts, that says something about you. Maybe there might have been an opportunity to run those timeouts out earlier to try to make some different strategies. That's for them to decide. They're professionals. They've been doing it for years. But just speaking from a commentator's perspective, from being from the press box, being a fan of the game, if I see my team lose and there's 3 timeouts on the scoreboard, I'm kind of hotter than a wet hen, because I'm like, well, could you have stopped the game and try to change it up, try to change the pace, try to do something? So right now, hats off to the coaches at Sanger. They know this one's in the bag for Lake Worth, and they're trying to do something here to try to scratch out one more score.
And here we go. So 22 on the clock. It is 3rd down and goal. And they snap the ball. Dropping back is Smart, and the Bullfrog defense trying to outpace him, trying to turn and throw this one. He's got a guy, and that is a touchdown for Sanger. They're going to have some type of something to cheer about on the way home tonight, as they will score. And that was number 22, Stephen Bush, with the catch. And we'll hear that horn hopefully for the last time this season as they finally get a score. But this game with 14 seconds is a little bit out of reach.
Well, good for Steven. Good. That's a good stat.
Yeah, exactly.
Good stat for him. Got him a little touchdown pass. Add to his high school stats there. I wish the Bullfrogs would have kept him out. Just because I would like to have seen it that way. But here we sit. If they make the field goal, or if they're going to go for a 2-point conversion, we're going to see here. But
2 points, looks like. And, man, what's the
timeout called by Coach Welch? He had one timeout left. He wasn't going to let them try to take a 2-point.
I love to see it. It's it's funny, these little games inside the game. It doesn't matter. And this is the great thing you can say. And this is, I don't care if you're Lake Worth, you're a Sanger fan, your coaches are competitive.
Yes.
We're calling a timeout at a 2-point conversion with 14 seconds on the clock in a 10-point game, basically.
Yeah, they have to go to a coaches clinic every year, and a lot of these guys end up there, and when they're there and they do some camaraderie stuff, they talk coaches and everything else. But the same thing, at the end of the day, you don't want to be at the coaches clinic next year and see a coach that beats you.
Yep.
Regardless if it's by 1 point, 10 points, 20 points, 50 points. You don't want to see that, and so the coaches are competitive, and I like that in nature, and I think both teams here tonight are really competitive. I think that the Bullfrogs just stood out and really showed more depth and showed more gas in the tank.
I love it.
Just to be honest, I mean, that's just where I'm at. I'm not dogging or being a homer for Lake Worth. It was evident.
100%. And here we go. Trips out to the right, single receiver out left, shotgun. And they're going to go ahead a quick slant, and that was right in the hands. And unfortunately,
so I was wrong. I was wrong. Lake Worth wins this by 11, not 10.
Dang, if they just kicked the field goal, we could have made a bet.
I know. The over/under on that was I was like, 4 points.
Yeah, that was hey, I respect it. You got pretty, and that was kind of like in garbage time, like they scored that touchdown. They could have went for the kick, but I guess
Yeah.
I should have bet against you.
Well, it comes in this too, and it comes into this too. These coaches, their number one goal in the season, in football in general, is you develop athletes. Their number one goal in the season is to win games and elevate the knowledge and the game of all their players. But also their second goal, I think it is for every kid, especially all their seniors, is to give them an opportunity to be seen and to be able to move on to the next level if they so desire to do that. And tonight, Sanger, by not laying down and not throwing your twos in there and by still pushing down to try to get that, you got one of your guys a touchdown pass, you got your quarterback a touchdown throw. Those are good stats to have regardless of what the end score is, because the coach stays here and his record is on his name. The kid looks to move on and go somewhere else. So there's lots of games within the game that happen, and Sanger's going to go for an onside here and see if they can't do something.
Yeah, why not? And, hey, just a quick shout-out. We had a great turnout in the chat today. I know I believe Kaylee's saying we had 145. I believe it hit over 150 for a little bit there. So appreciate the support, guys. Great turnout on the stream tonight. Really appreciate your support. We couldn't do this without you guys. So thank you guys so much for coming in and watching. Even if you're a Sanger fan, we appreciate your support. As the Bullfrogs going to recover this one and just lay this one down. And, it's been pretty special, guys. Thank you, Joey, for letting me come up here and do this with you. It's been a blast as we end out week number 2 here. We're just going to have 12 seconds left to play. But, man, it's Friday night. Came off of a disappointing last season. We made the playoffs, lost in round 1 in a tough game. And here we are once again, 21-22 season. And the Bullfrogs look to be rolling already.
Well, although last year, I mean, to say disappointing, I think is a little bit, I'm not putting high side on anything. Say disappointing is it's because it ended sooner than we wanted to is what the disappointment was about. But ultimately, last year was the first winning season Lake Worth has had.
Yes.
Since like 2014 or 2016, I can't remember.
The only thing was that last game.
6-5. That last game reminded you of the Crandall game of the 98-99 season where the Bullfrogs was in at halftime up by 21, and then they lost by a touchdown, or they lost in overtime. And right here, tonight.
Good game.
Tonight is a completion of week 2 for the Bullfrogs as they came out tonight and really showed what they are as a football team. This wasn't Northside tonight. This was the Sanger Indians, a team that beat the Bullfrogs last year, and this year the Bullfrogs returned the favor.
Yeah, it's great to see. I mean, the Frogs came out. Obviously, this is high school football. You're going to see new faces no matter what, and you still continue to see a great run game from, not only Smart, but we also saw some new faces. We have Lewis out there for Sanger, but the run game is what they're known for, and they've been great at it. They came out, they played strong, the run game came out strong, but Lake Worth, they came out tenacious, okay? They were able to withstand the onslaught of big runs, and Lewis had a huge, about 70, 80-yard run early in the second half, but it's just hard to keep that up. One player trying to do a lot, it's tough. And Lake Worth were able to withstand that onslaught, and they came out and they put out an offense of their own, 43 points. I mean, this offense is firing. I mean, last week put up over 50, 51 points, and this week, now we have 43 points. Just great to watch.
Yeah, I said it in the pregame of the first game. This is really a team to watch this year. Lots of people have asked me, being a homer, being from Lake Worth for so many years, people have asked me, people that may not even tune in, people that just may get a chance to, they're wanting to know what the buzz is about in Lake Worth. And I tell you, right now, and I don't have to knock on wood for this, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. This team this year is the best team Lake Worth has seen, I'm going to say, in the history of the school.
It's looking great.
Since 2001 season, since that season, there have been a couple of bleeps on the radar. I truly think this team, the potential there is for it to be the best team that Lake Worth has seen ever. And that's the second game of the season. I know some people are like, oh, you're homer and blah, 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 blah. No, I've been around these kids enough. I see them. I see it in their eyes. I see the passion they have in their hearts. I'm right here now, standing, watching them with respect, turn and watch the other school play their school song as the other team singer just took an L, and just being respectful and watching that. And then the coaches on the field doing the same thing. And so it's just a team to watch. Tune in. Next week, we are on the road next week.
Yeah, and we're on the road next week. We're going to go out, and we're playing away. We're going to be at Joshua next week. And, of course, if you're unable to make it, guys, we had over 150 people alone in the YouTube chat. I don't know about you, Joey. What did you see on the Bullfrog Radio Facebook feed?
On the Facebook feed, we saw a bunch of people coming in and out, a steady 20 people. I think people see that post on the page that says we're on YouTube. And I thank y'all so much for going over to YouTube, because we will eventually get to where we're just doing that at some point in time, just so that everybody has a central point. We have such a big following on Facebook. Now that we got a good connection, I hate to leave you guys. But next week, we'll be at Joshua. The connectivity may be a little different, so we may just be streaming one live feed. Right now, everybody has their L's up as the school song plays, and the Bullfrogs enjoy this win. But next week, the Bullfrogs go on the road against Joshua. This will be the tiebreaker. We've played Joshua twice in the era of Coach Welch, Tracy Raines, and Vance McAnally. We've played them twice. First year, they beat us pretty handedly. Second year, we surprised them by beating them. This is the third time we return back to their home. We'll see if we're their homecoming this year. I don't think we will be. The first year we were their homecoming.
We're not that team anymore.
Hey, guys, we thank y'all so much for tuning in, checking us out, and following and supporting these Bullfrogs. We really appreciate it. One more shot, that scoreboard right there. The Bullfrogs pull it off against the Sanger Indians, 43-32, a win by 11. 2 weeks down, 2-0. Y'all tune in tomorrow morning, right roughly between 9 and 9:30 for this week 2 of the Coach Welch show. We'll be recapping and going over what's to see next week. Hey, for Chris White, for Bullfrog Radio, I'm Joey Wilcoxon. Good night, everybody. Y'all be safe. Go